Rightio, g'day everyone, welcome back to another live watch along on the channel. Friday night footy, we're back for another Saints Friday night game. Let's hope it's not a repeat of last week's. Geez, that was a bit of a shocker. They pummeled the Dockers by 60 points in what was probably one of the more boring Friday night games we witnessed. But surely we're due for a good one here. Two sides that are in desperate need of some form. The Saints, they've only won 2 of their last 5. As for the Blues, they won 3 in a row but dropped their last game in disappointing fashion. So at the home of footy, expect hopefully a good game tonight. Spud's game, of course. So this game obviously centred around mental health, which is always very important. We're all in this together, of course. Reach out to each other and etc. But should be a beauty. Really could go either way, this one. It's hard to tip. You look at the best of either side this year and you think, oh, you know, they could really, if they bring their best, could be the deciding factor to winning this game. I've gone the Saints, though, narrowly by 10 points. If this was at Marvel, I'd probably have a bit more confidence. But at the Jeep, I'd say both teams play their best footy at Marvel, though, to be fair. But, you know, this is the place to win. If you want to be there on Grand Final Day. And the Blues did do that against the Cats not so long ago. But for everybody's going well. Good to have your company. Mountain on the bike, Aussie Trump fan, 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐶𝐞 𝐿𝐽. Good to see you in here, lads. Big weekend of footy, though. Last night's game, geez, the Freo Dockers, they were ugly. They had, 30 more inside 50s and they sprayed everything. Went down in the end by a couple kicks. But yeah, you know, you're just back in the pies. They were a pretty professional win and they just absolutely blitzed them of Freo's mistakes. And, geez, they moved the ball well and they're looking like a well-oiled machine. So, probably one of the premiership favourites, deservedly so. Have a look at the team lists before we get into it. Not so long until the first bounce, around 2 minutes or so. So yeah, a couple of changes for the Blues. Sam Docherty is out. He just he's just not looking like himself, a shell of himself, I should say now, from his probably his prime a couple of years back now. Lockie Fogarty dropped, I think, and then Matthew Carroll, one of those young defenders, dropped. So Jackson Binns comes in. He's always been one of those VFL specialist type of players. Seems to rack up some good numbers. So in he comes to the 22. Silvani, big in for the Blues, back from injury. Yeah, he's been a revelation for the Blues, moving into a new role in defence. And Francis Evans, so a bit of a whipping boy this man is. So what can he offer as a small forward tonight? Philippou makes his way to return. Really good as soon as he went into the midfield in the back half of last year for the Saints. They found some form through him. Really keen to see how he goes tonight. Could he be on limited tog? We'll see. Toby Travaglia dropped and Lance Collard the sub tonight after he's been subbed out a couple of times. Cooper Law the sub for the Blues. That's it for a beauty tonight, off the game, old Jai. Welcome, mate. Up the baggers. I mean, I'm hoping for your sake for a Blues win, but really could go either way this one. Keen for this game, says Dunny. Have tipped the Saints. Yeah, I'm not usually good with tipping the Saints. They're a bit of a tricky one for me. I usually go against them and they stitch me up, and then sometimes when I back them in, they'll let me down. So we'll see tonight. But yeah, no, they're playing some good footy and excellent last week. Their contested stuff was bloody brutal. Outdid the Dockers, and look how Freo went last night. Their midfield really stood up. Geez, their execution did certainly not. Just gotta adjust these bloody thingos, these score thingos. So I think now they're doing, yeah, of course it's Spud's game as I said before, so they are doing the circling around the centre circle. Hope the Saints get the job done. Looked great last week. Oh, it certainly did. Yeah, it could be one of those outside chances for finals. They're playing some weeks, some finals quality footy, but still are struggling with some inconsistency. We'll see, though. I mean, it's hard just to say the top 8's locked in. It never really works like that, 8 rounds in or 9 rounds into a season. There's always changes. Yeah, I mean, look at last year, for example. You know, the Lions were, 3 and 5? They were sitting in the bottom 6 pretty comfortably, so a lot can change. I mean, even the Blues currently sitting in 13th, so A lot can happen in a couple of months. Thoughts on the Butters situation? Reckon he stays or goes? Yeah, it's a tricky one, because he's a heart and soul of that club. As soon as he came back in for Port, they just became a better team, and they racked up a few wins as soon as he came back in. I'd say probably the best player in the comp at the moment. He's been unreal. When he's come back from injury. Oh, jeez, if he goes... Well, I think minimum 3 first-rounders for Butters, because I think he is one of the best players in the league, and Jeremy Cameron was 3 first-rounders too, so he'd have to go for something like that. Who knows, though, but he's got to stay. Massive, massive out. But yeah, it's been a while since Port have had some high draft picks, and the first round are gone this year through the Houston deal. I just knew when they were toying around with those 3-way trades, getting 𝐓𝐴 in. As soon as I saw they traded away the future thirst, I'm like, oh, dearie me. They've made a right stuff up here. Because, yeah, letting Houston go is quality enough, but they didn't really get much in return. Yeah, it's no good. But, yeah, they need Butters to stay for sure. Hope he stays. Yeah, it'd be good for Port, no doubt. It's going to be a tight finish like last year. Yeah, and speaking of last year, these two sides did play. How about that? Jack Higgins kicked the winner. And it's deja vu for the Blues fans. But good thing Port was able to do a favour for them, as they did knock off Freo. And they snuck into finals. But, you know, they're probably better off not really making it, as they got pants 16-0 in the elimination final. But, you know, it's important to be there. But maybe, I think with these two teams, perhaps it's just room for one when it comes to the finals picture. But we'll see. 1 hour Liam Baker, Jack Graham will go against the former side on Sunday. Oh, man. That's going to be an interesting battle. I think it's a good opportunity for West Coast to get their first win of the season. I think Richmond probably had their worst performance last week. You know, they look nowhere near it. So, hey, they're a chance. You never know with those bottom 4, bottom 3 teams when they're going to strike. But McGovern's a big out. So I think Sandy Brock comes back in. In fact, looking at the teams now, it's like Tom Gross. Oh, that's good. The youngster's getting another crack. I thought he was pretty impressive when he played his debut game, and then he played against the Blues. And Bailey Williams is back in, so him and Flynn are going to do probably the hit-out work to each other. Or with each other, sorry. Who was this? Yeah, another debutant for the Tigers, Thomas Sims. He's, I think, one of those other key forwards they took last year. Yeah, key forward. Kane McAuliffe had a nice stretch last year. Yeah, you think the Eagles a decent chance. Heart sunk. Oh, yeah, that would have been heartbreaking, but not as bad as the 2022 game. That was shocking. I still remember I was streaming the Saints versus Swannies. That was on like the 4:10 p.m. game. I think it was like 3/4 time in that one. I'm like, okay, I'll flick over to the Carlton Collingwood game, and I'm like, oh my god, good thing I didn't miss out right at the end. That was a crazy finish. I couldn't believe it. But I couldn't really get invested in that game because we were only winning by like 10 points at 3/4 time or something, and we really needed to win that game to lock in top 4, and we did. Yeah, the rest is history. We got the top 4 qualifying final win, and yeah, geez, that prelim was special. You see, I always try and make it about the Swans, don't I? Well, shut up. Also, it's time for Tom de Koning Cup given St Kilda. Oh, yeah, no, it is, eh? I saw there was a Channel 7 promo. Yeah, prior on Twitter thread today. But, could he stay? Could he go? Could he have a big game tonight? Rowan Marshall's been a bit inconsistent. He's been a bit hit and miss. He's had some big games, but he's had other games where he's looked pretty clumsy and he's given away frees and he's looked slow. But anyways, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big game, Friday night footy. Under the bright lights of the MCG. Spud's game. It's the Saints versus the Blues. 10th versus 13th. I wouldn't say massive ramifications for the Blues. It's still early days in the season somewhat, but wins always important. We're underway at the G. Who can get the first clearance? It's a holding free. Going to go Jack McRae's way. And now Sinclair will get the handball receive for the first inside 50 of the game. Not like Sinclair there. That was a poor entry. Now picked up by Silvani. Kick out wide. Should find Jackson Binns, number 25. Haven't said his name much when watching Carlton. Back into the team. And he goes inboard here to Elijah Hewitt. Underrated player for the Blues. Do you like Cardi B? Not really my type of artist, I think, Mardo. Decker's over the going well, mate. Anyway, bit of a turnover here. Didn't see what happened. 𝐼𝐴 now, Rising Star nominee last week. He was brilliant. Diligent job, I thought he did on... He was playing mostly on Sarong in the centre bounces. We did stream that game, of course, last week. And, geez, he didn't give him an inch. I think he's going to be a good player. Anyway, Blues in some movement here. Elijah Hollands finds a lead of 𝐼𝐴. Now, he was rumored not to play this game. And 𝐼𝐴, oh, what a spore from Marshall. But it will fall into the lap here of 𝐴𝐴𝐶𝐵. Boundary on his friend there. That's on the ball. That's a solid tackle from 𝐼𝐴𝐶. What a spore from Marshall. Turn 18 tomorrow either. Hopefully it's a good day tomorrow, mates. If Vargas lose, our season's done, mate. Oh, yeah, that's true, to be fair. Like to keep optimistic for all clubs, so, you know. And by the way, lads, let me know if there's any mic issues. I reinstalled some mic drivers and etc. And it should be okay now. I did use this mic for my tipping videos, and I don't think there were any glitches. Yeah, I don't know what happened last week. That was weird. Anyway, 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬 down the line. Wiedering, he's been solid so far this season. Would say he's in the All-Australian. Hard to beat. He'll get his own crumb here. And didn't dispose of it, but attempted to, so no pry. Sharman whacks on the boot off the back of, what, 5 goals? 4 goals and a quarter. He was nuts that third term. Who can get this ground ball here? 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐶. He's been in fine form to Ollie Hollands. Now to McGovern. Plenty of plays in the long sleeves tonight. McGovern's kick forward. 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬 mops it up okay. Just can't get a clean gather, though. Motlop gets in there. So does Sinclair. Stocker. 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬 now to 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬 out wide. He'll find Jack Higgins. One of the better small forwards so far this year. In terms of production, 21 goals. 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬 now. Going to go deep to the pocket by the looks of it. Can 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬 fly? He's been up and down either side of the ground. Played defence whilst 𝐷𝐿𝐴 Howard was injured in the forward line tonight. 450 stoppage here for the Saints. Marshall gets the hit out. Cripps can't get the clean gather. Hewitt can out to Bins. Clears on his favoured left. And, geez, was that off the knee of some player? Geez, that one popped up quite a bit. Sard now. Didn't dispose of it. Was he held high there, Hollands? No, he wasn't. Good tackle from Steele. Starting to play some better footy now after poor vein of form. Marshall gets the hit out. Chera's going to mop up that one. And he'll clear out of the 50. Oh, gee, someone's boot. Was that Chera's boot? You're kidding me. It flew up in the air. I think it was. Picked off nicely, though, from Howard. Wilkie. 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬 now to Brad Hill. Back now to Nass. In good form this year. Chipping ball in the corridor. Just can't find 𝐼𝐴𝐶 on the full. 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬 goes in again. Stocker. Bit of an incorrect disposal there. And it is holding the ball. So Ollie Hollands now. Out wide here now to McGovern. Good option. Finds out wide here the lead of Corey Durden. Now goes towards half forward. 𝐼𝐴𝐶 reels it in with the one hand. Who can they find here? He's going to go to the big H. Really puts it on his head, though, but he competes all right to bring it to ground. We'll centre the ball here. McRae will get there first. Extracts out very nicely to Ryan Burns. And a kick out of the 50 here towards a contest. 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬, a clever tap. Sharman, can he get the ground ball? He can't. Silvani's able to, though, with the glove. Can he find a target inside 50? No, he can't. 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬. It's a good start from him. Intercept mark now quickly to Burns. Rowan Marshall in midfield. Now on board here, the Saints do go to Burns, now to 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐬. And now to Brad Hill. Can he find a corridor option here? He tried to find Sinclair. He will get to him. And now Higgins. Bit of an ambitious snap. It actually might work over the back here. In fact, it's going to bounce through. What an effort. Jack Higgins gets the first of Friday night. I was going to say, why is he snapping from 50 metres out? But no one's on the line there. Skids home the right way. Chera's now tying up his bootlaces. Bloody hell, that was a shocker. Good start here from the Saints. looking in control. There was a sort of clever kick there. Really should have been picked off from Hollins, and Sinclair is able to mop up. Back in the middle we go again. Chero going to get this ball now to Hollins under the pump, so he coughs it up. Turnover here for the Saints. Marshall, little dinky kick. He'll find 𝐼𝐶 𝐿𝐼 here. Who can they find? He's going to go to the pocket here. Can he find Max Hall? He sure can. Mid-season draftee last year, Max Hall made his debut in round 1, and he hasn't looked back since. He's been very impressive. Skull kicking, been a little bit hit and miss though. So can he kick truly here for the Saints second? Going to be a pretty tricky kick here from quite an angle. Anyway, kicks on its way. Looks pretty good. Ah, lovely stuff from Max Hall. Saints get their second. It's a good start. First two. Well, it was probably a bit of a shit hand pass there from Chero because he put Ollie Hollins right onto the pump, so didn't have much to go to. Coughed it up, and the Saints get it and go off the turnover, and good lead there from Max Hall out wide, and it's a beautiful kick. So Saints with the first two snags. Blues need a response here. Good stuff though, the mid-season draft. Starting to see some players really now find their way. Tom Hadley, another. Swannies last year in the mid-season draft. Made his debut early on the best 22 at the moment, but he's shown some nice moments. Anyway, centre clearance here for the Blues through Walsh. Frankie Evans gets a little toe poke forward. And Mackay's going to mark. He beat outdo Howard one-on-one there. It sounded like the Mike Styrofoam was bucket last week. Had plenty of issues ourselves. So different setup though. Well, that's actually pretty cool. Used to be in a band though, Cal. Yeah, no, it's good to hear the feedback about the mic though. Yeah, no, it's strange what happened last week. Anyway, Harry Mackay. This is their first mark inside 50 of the Blues. So can they cash in? Harry Mackay's kick. Sneaks home. Blues get one back, basically an instant response. Doesn't Reece Walsh play league? Does random, mate? Not too sure what you mean. Harry looks good today. Yeah, no, already on the board. Clever there from Evans. He just had to get that on the boot. So he's outnumbered there. So no fuss. Back it on the shoe and it works. He's actually in pretty decent decent position there, 1-on-1, but McKay just read it well. So 2-1. 𝐴𝐿𝐼. Can he do something here? McRae unable to get that one. Doesn't get the hold. Walsh tackles. Umpire's pill. So Hugh Boxall on the ground. What very good debut last week. His first half was electric tackling machine. So he's on the ground. Max Hall now extracts it out to Garcia. Unable to get the ground ball though. Hollins is, but instantly tackled. So ball up again. Oh, Reece Walsh. Okay. Dear me, yes. There's plenty of commentators that do stuff up the names. 𝐴𝐿𝐼 hit out now. 𝐴𝐥𝐝, not really a great hand pass. Garcia will go in. So does Walsh. 𝐴𝐥𝐝 goes back in and whacks it on the shoe inside 50 again. Spud comes from Stocker. Oh, he's under the pump here. 𝐓𝐿𝐴 𝐐𝐿 applies some heat. Webster in there. And they'll gain some territory here, the Blues. Oh, geez, not really a disposal there, but didn't have prime. 𝐐𝐿 likes to grab out of the ruck here. He tried to. He gets the toe poke towards full forward. 𝐐𝐿 can't do much there. As now the Saints will exit the 50 here through Wilson. The kick's no good, though. We picked off here from Jackson Binns. Is it on the cusp of his range? It looks like he might want to set this one up. He's got McGovern as a handball receive. Well, that would have been an ideal kick for goal, that man. So looking like he's going to go for goal. He'll increase the angle. He'll go for the strike. It's going to land short. And it's sport through. So first one I'll score of the game. Sinclair now in the long sleeves tonight out here to Webster. And they can go quickly here from the back half of the Saints. And they've found the alone option over the top. 𝐸 now over to Max Hall. Does he have something in the corridor here? Garcia's an option. He wants to go deep to the direction of 𝐵𝐿𝐴 Higgins. Should have taken that mark. Drops it. And he's able to get it out here to 𝐵𝐿𝐴. Can't get that ground ball cleared from Binns. Under the pump here, the Blues. And it's going to come back here to 𝐸𝐸. So he's in range here to tack on the Saints' third. Have the game well, Page. Welcome. Recall rights of the Bourne was the basis. Never got to gigging stage. I don't know. That's pretty cool, though, still. Kind of can be kept quiet. Saints have a good shot for them tonight. Yeah, no, I've backed them in as well. Yeah, 𝐸𝐿𝐴 hasn't really been at his absolute peak so far this year. You know, he has been carrying some injuries here and there. I think he had a limited pre-season. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, can 𝐸𝐸 slot this one? Interesting camera angle this. And it's true. Halfway through this first term, 3-1 in the Saints' favour. And it's from the back half there, the Saints. That's where they're pretty good. It's from the kicking too, to be fair. But yeah, sort of similar last week. The Saints' pressure looking really good early on here. So back in the middle we go here. 18-7. Nick Jones doing the head-out work. Mackay just grabs out of the ruck. Blues will get the centre clearance here through 𝐿𝐴. 𝐸𝐿 brings it down. Can someone get a rove here? Durden. The Irishman O'Connell makes a good tackle. Ball up. Richmond, West Coast, 82 points. Yeah, jeez. It's a bit of a margin there, Fidget. Owens just gets it out. 𝐿𝐴. Umpire's ball. Mackay grabs it out of the ruck. Elijah Hollands now uses Acres. Non-preferred kicks a bit of a wobbly one. Lands short. Someone can get a pick up there. Webster instantly tackled. Ball up. That respect, yeah. Yeah, you got to give the Eagles a bit more respect, Fidget, surely. Anyway, Blues have it where they want it. Just outside the goal square. Cripps grabs out of the ruck. 𝐵𝐿𝐴 gets a clearing kick. Where's it going to land? 𝐵𝐿𝐴. There's his first touch back into the team from injury. Who can he find in his favour? So looking like he's playing a bit more forward, 𝐿𝐴. Higgins competes. They have the numbers here, the Blues to mop up. Silvani puts Wiedering under the pump with that hand pass. Has to go quick. Now to Lachie Cowan. Oh, kick a bit ordinary there. Umpire's ball. It's a ball up here. Cripps gets the head out. Works nicely here to Cowan. Now to Hollands. Elijah getting a few touches early on here. Shallow inside 50. Could work to 𝐼𝐻𝐿, maybe out the back here for Young. Francis Evans, he gets the pick up. Hand pass not so clean to Will White. Do the Blues arrive in numbers, though? It looks like they do. Acres sticking his beak in there. And umpire's ball. So 59% time forward half here, the Blues, for this quarter. Oh, okay, so 𝐓𝐿 actually nominated himself for the ruck and still went for the hit out, so it's a free to the Saints. Don't usually see that often. Oh yeah, it was McKay in the ruck. The ball has to bounce and it hit him. So Owens now will clear here for the Saints. McGovern in a good spot here. Can't take the mark off hands. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 roved it nicely. Torps, not so great. It will be picked off from Nick Haynes. And what a game he had against the Cuts, eh? He was on track for winning the intercept, or claiming the intercept marks record. He was on fire in the first half. Walsh gets it out now to 𝐓𝐿. Gives it to 𝐓𝐿. Oh, geez, they're stuffing a few hand passes here, but Will White backs up. Durden out here to Jackson Binns into the team. And he kicks truly. He's had a good start, Binns, from the back half. Is that his first goal? It might be. I don't know if he's kicked one before. Jeez, McGovern copped a nasty one there in the process. Well, 2 in a row here for the Blues. No, not 2 in a row, sorry. 2 of the last 3. Yeah, he just pushed up there as a defender, really. No one was holding him accountable. It's good running there. Binns on the score sheets. Yeah, I've got a few of these young players pushing for some continuity in the best 22. Could Binns be one of those players? He goals. So 5-point margin it is. Marshall hits it down. George Stewart extracts it out very nicely. How about that for a hand pass? Beautiful to Will White. Another inside 50 here for the Blues. Can 𝐼𝐻𝐿 fly? It's not really going to reach him. And it's going to be free here to Lewis Young. Or is it 𝐼𝐻𝐿? Yeah, it's going to be free here to 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Cal Wilkie gave it away. Probably show the replay here. Let's see. No, yeah, wasn't really facing the ball there, Wilkie. Bit of a hold. So Charlie Curnow usually good from the set shot. Can he put the Blues in the lead here? And no doubt he sure can. Quick few snags here for the Blues. They hit the lead for the first time tonight. Blues now starting to gain some ascendancy around the footy. That's 6-2 stoppage clearances, and they're winning the centre clearances 3-2. 𝐓𝐿's had a bright start. How about that hand pass out to White? That was pretty good. And yeah, a bit of a hold there from Wilkie. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 converts. That is one big goal this year for West Coast, not getting blown away by 100 points. Yeah, try and close the gap for sure. Come having games like against the Swannies a few years back, conceding 200. Geez, that was a rough afternoon. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 will get the hit out here. 𝐓𝐿 can't get a disposal out. And nicely done from Garcia McRae. This is a bit of a hack kick out into space here. Arriving first is Walsh to Sard. Goes by hand. Now to 𝐓𝐿. Uses the overlap here of 𝐸𝐿𝐿. And now the Blues can go again. 𝐻𝐿. Oh, what a grab. Beautifully done there. He looks on Charlie. And he loves to peel and he loves to play and he loves to go for these deep kicks from outside 50. What a goal from Charlie 𝐻𝐿. Sensational. Well, could he be on song tonight after a bit of a hit-miss start to the season? Huge goal, and he was in doubt for this game too. Doesn't look like it at all. Last 10 minutes, 3 goals won to 1 goal straight. Blues getting a bit of a run on here. Starting out to really go well by hands here though, the Blues. Overlapping. I mean, that's just some individual brilliance from 𝐻𝐿 there. Great contested mark. And bang. Loves peeling off and playing on. He's also a great field kick too, 𝐸𝐿. Yeah, no worries, 𝐸𝐿, mate, anytime. Oh, mate, you can always take the piss out of our grand finals, mate. You know, every team has their low points. Anyway, there's going to be another centre clearance here. 𝐸𝐿𝐻's going to kindly get another. Walsh now. 𝐸𝐿𝐻 goes again. Motlop roves. Durden finds some separation. Clever kick and board. He finds the skipper. Looking a bit lost at sea here defensively, the Saints. And very unselfish there from Corey Durden. Very nice. So can they continue the onslaught of goals here, the Blues? He's been able to keep a few on the score sheet. Cripps been spending a bit of time forward in some patches of games. Two-time Brownlow medalists. Can he convert? It's going to fade late. Hits the woodwork. 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬 now to go quick. Here to Howard. And now to Ryan Burns. I want to go here, the Saints. Does it find Caminiti? Falls a bit shallow. No, sorry, that's Mitch Owens. Brad Hill now to Owens. To Burns. Gives the hands to Brad Hill. As he continues to link in the chain, he tries to 𝐸𝐶𝐸. It's not a great kick, and it's spoiled out of bounds. Bit of a bump there from O'Connell. How about that? Bang. That was, yes, that's what McGovern got hurt from earlier on. And he's gone down to the sheds. Jesus, maybe concussion, who knows. 𝐸𝐻𝐿 out of the ruck. Extracts that out to 𝐸𝐻𝐿, but runs out of tarmac. Where's the scoreboard? Right under me face, 𝐸𝐿𝐻𝐿. Going to be free at 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐻. Maybe for a hold. He quickly goes inboard now to Cowan. Now back to Haynes. Haynes across to 𝐸𝐿𝐻. Anyway, just looked away in a bit of an unforced error here. Mitch Owens misses. Lands short. Nick Haynes on the line. Starting now to really find some form, Haynes. It was a pretty ordinary start to his tenure at the Blues. Wettering now in the back pocket. I was there a minute. Yeah, no, not too sure, man. It's still visible on my screen. 𝐸𝐻𝐿𝐻 flies, can't take him. McRae to steal to 𝐶𝐸𝐿𝐻. Twisting, turning, wants to go corridor, and it will work here to Hugo Garcia. Who can they find? They're just going to now chip it and possess around the back half here. Wilkie. Corridor is on here for the Saints. O'Connell. Bit indecisive, so he's just going to lateral the ball across here to Darcy Wilson. Now inside 50. Sharman flies. 𝐸𝐻𝐿𝐻 off hands, just embraces contact and ball up it is. Jeez, what was Marshall trying there? Was that deliberate? Little trip there. Gets the head out, steal, hacks it in midair instead of grabbing it, and ball up again. 𝐸𝐻𝐿𝐻 again grabs out of the ruck. Steal now. Centering ball. Can they find a flyer? In front, Haynes gets the hand through, and it's going to be socked through. Is it a goal? Yes, it is. Cooper Sharman. That was clever. Saints get one back. I thought it was done just enough there from Haynes to spoil it through for a rush behind, but Sharman got there in time and creating that kick Home. No scoreboard. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, right, Channel 7. I thought you were talking about my stream. Well, billion-dollar organisation of Channel 7 can't even get their scoreboard right. Whilst here at Rolls Macro HQ, we got it right here, ladies and gentlemen. How about that, eh? Channel 7 can't get their priorities right. Hopefully go well, AFL legends. Hopefully Saints get up for my tips. Yeah, no, went for them as well. I think I'm due to tip the Saints. Haven't been showing them a bit of love. All right, I'm back here for the Saints. I didn't think that would have happened. It happens sometimes with some broadcasts, like the Fox Footy one might have a glitch and they'll just need to like fix it up and just hide it for the time being. Shit bounce to the umpy. We'll go again. 3:54 here. It's been a high-scoring game from both teams. Oh, beautifully done there from Cherry. Now out here to Cripps. Low flat kick inside 50. Who can get there? O'Connell, Mackay. Was he taken high there? Motlop. No, he wasn't. Ball up. Yeah, geez. Looking like a couple of issues over there at Channel 7. Ball up here again. 𝐓𝐿. There it is. Grabs out of the ruck out here. Now to Jackson Binns. Can he kick a second in the quarter? It looks pretty good. It's home. Ooh, does 𝐓𝐿𝐞𝐿? David Roden says yes. What a start for this young man, Jackson Binns. They're looking good in the scramble here, the Blues. Working some nice hand passes. The clearance game's been pretty solid so far, and it's a goal from a stoppage where they're good at, the Blues. But yeah, beautifully done from 𝐓𝐿𝐿. Grabbing out of the ruck. Bang. Hey Dom, hopefully going well. And I'm doing good. Thank you very much for asking, my friend. Oh, that's clearly touched. Jackson Binns telling Porkies. Oh, you're kidding me. Minus score instead. Yeah, because I was going to say, surely, like, it has to be touched. Outnumbered contest 1-on-2, and you're telling me one of these defenders can't get the touch on the line. 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿 did do it in the end. Yeah, he's had a blistering start, AFL legend for sure. 4 goals straight to 4 goals 3 in favour of the Blues. So they did have a bright start, the Saints, but the Blues have been able to gain some control. 𝐼𝐚𝐿𝐿𝐿 now. Does he want to chew off something here maybe in the corridor? He'll just drop it short instead to Burns. Now back to Nas. He's sort of hemmed in within the line here, so he has to go on the non-preferred. That one skims out. Better throw. 3 minutes to go. Binns now can't get that to a teammate. Goes right to Steele. Fumbling there. Brad Hill. And Steele applies another tackle. He's getting plenty of contact. Jack Steele. 3 points in favour of the Blues. If you've just joined us, another stoppage here. Is that going to be high for the cone? Looked like he got Marshall a bit high. Nothing given. Extracted out here now to Sinclair. Now to Brad Hill. Jeez, he's been a bit fumbly, Brad Hill, and he coughs it up. Now to Koning, just whacks it on the shoe. No thought process there. Smacked out of there from Stocker. Cripps a little toe poke. Back in board. No good though, as they mop up here the Saints. 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿 towards the wing. Strong mark there from Jacob Wiedering. Yeah, key defender race for All Australia. I think it's pretty interesting so far. I think you've got to have Jacob Wiedering in there. He's just absolutely solid. Every time the ball's in his vicinity, he barely loses. Hollands now. Another inside 50 here for the Blues. They have controlled more of the time and forward half. Off hands here. 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿 will get there first. Ball up. If going well, Chase, welcome. What are your thoughts on Swans and Bombers game? Interesting game there. Should be a beauty. Stay tuned for that one, lads. We'll be streaming. Expecting anything. The Swans and Dons games always has its surprises. You know, Mitch Owens here. cleared from the Saints. He marks. Well, that's a big game tomorrow because I think it's two sides in the bottom 6. I think the Dons are 12th or 11th. 𝐓𝐴, it's not a great kick, but nicely intercepted. He's kind of fresh. Oh, he's landed short. A bit of a crap torp, but it might work here. Stocker taken in a good Mackay tackle. 𝐓𝐴, another hit out. Couldn't really get it to a teammate. Brad Hill, another pump, gets it out. Smother was great from Cripps. And he'll get his own crumb. Centering ball. Oh, 𝐼𝐴𝐿, that's a strong grab. He's getting his hands on it. 𝐼𝐴𝐿, he's had a great start to this game. Cleared out now wide here to Sharman. Oh dear, he's dropped it. Dropped the catch, I lost the match. But the game's still alive here. 1-2 with Burns. He'll get it back here. On his left shoot. Towards a one-on-one. Higgins. Beat outside illegally. Sad will win the holding free. And a minute to go here. You'd think the Blues will just want to control. To be honest, Saad probably went down the ground there a bit too easily. Drummo, that was a bit of a fumble there from Will White. O'Connell now crashes through to McRae. Oh, great smother there. Who was that? Will White, if you don't mind. Good-looking young player, 𝐴𝐿. I think he was in a bit of a worse team. He'd be probably getting consistent game time. Anyway, goes out the back here for Max Hall. A bit of a shallow entry. Good pick up from Sharman. Snapping ball. The Blues up the numbers. Oh, but it's a trick one here for Akers. Taps clever to Saad, and he'll get it back. Nicely worked there from the Blues. Oh, geez, that's a typical that's a typical Akers kick. Now, they have time here, the Saints, to quickly get an inside 50. It is deliberate. So Stocker now can take some ground. Need a mark here. Change of the angles. That kick. Oh, 𝐓𝐴, no, that was 𝐵oxall, sorry. Almost took the mark. Ball up here. And there's a siren for quarter time. 4 goals to 4 goals 3 in favour of the Blues. It's been a good start to this game, no doubt. High scoring. Back and forth a wee bit. Still, it feels like the Blues could be in front by a bit more, though. The Saints' pressure's been great. But the Blues have been, I think, a bit better on the inside. Been able to get more opportunity. 15 to 10 inside 50s their way, the Blues. 4 to 2 marks inside 50 their way. 14 to 9 clearances. 5 to 3 centre clearances. 9 to 6 in the stoppage clearances. And plus 14 contested. So a lot of the numbers in the green if you are a Carlton supporter. But yeah, still very early days this game. But yeah, geez, Curno's looking on. How about that goal? A typical Charlie Curnow goal. Mark outside 50, peel off, play on, kick on the run, bang. Absolute corker. But geez, Jackson Binns has started really nicely, playing a bit of half-back, but pushing up, and could have had himself a second goal if he got a few more metres on it. Yeah, let's have a look. So he's got 9 touches, 2 marks, a goal. Yeah, he's looking very good. Jackson Binns. St Kilda does have a chance. Oh, it's only 3 points at quarter time. Still pretty early to see where this could go. So yeah, Jackson Binns. Really like the look of him. Curnow though, 4 kicks, 2 goals, looking impactful. Cripps, he's been a little bit ineffective, but he's really getting his snout in the trough. And he's got just the 2 contested, but he feels like he's getting some 1%ers here and there. He's got 7 touches. Mackay showing some good presence. 2 touches for him. Walsh getting his hands on it. 𝐼𝐴𝐿 as well. He's got a few clearances. He's got 6 contested. 4 clearances already for 𝐼𝐴𝐿. Having a look at the Saints. Max Hall's had a really nice start. Got a few marks. Got 4 touches. Still with a few tackles with 4. Wayne Miller probably been one of the Saints' best players out there. He's looking excellent. Getting his hands on it. Seems the general back there for the Saints now. Watching them, it feels like Sinclair's pushing up the ground a little bit more. I think Ross is giving him a bit of a license for him to roam up the ground a wee bit. But yeah, he looks really good. at the moment. 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬, his season. Sinclair with the 8 touches. Marshall, just the 2. Yeah, it's an interesting battle so far. 𝐓𝐿𝐴 been able to get his fair shares of the hit-outs, grabbing out of the ruck and hand passing to teammates. Pretty even, though. I think 9 hit-outs to Marshall, 7 to 𝐓𝐿𝐴. But to be fair, 𝐓𝐿𝐴 has, as I've said, grabbed it out of the ruck a few times. Jack Macrae, 5 touches. So yeah, pretty lowish disposal game so far, I guess you can say, from a few players that are known to rack up the ball. Macrae just with the 4 hand passes, 1 kick. 𝐬𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝, playing basically as a key forward. Just the 1 touch, so 60% time on ground. Obviously, just going to go through the motions. Swans for that match. There's no way Essendon win against Sydney. Zero chance. Oh, Gemstone goes bang, hey? Hopefully, you don't jinx it. I wouldn't mind a Sydney win, given I'm a supporter. Big game tomorrow, though, for both teams. I mean, given what the Swans showed up last week, I think many Sydney supporters would feel bullish. And to be fair, the Dons have been in good form. They've won 4 out of their last 5. Granted, they've not really been against the greatest opponents, but a win's a win. See what happens. I mean, Caldwell's back in for the Dons. They've had a lot of changes at Essendon. I think Caldwell's back in. Sardell Hui's back in. Unfortunately, Jones is out with that ankle. Lewis Hayes getting his debut. Archie Wicks. So a few debutants. I think Shields back in from injury. But Caldwell's the big one. He's part of that injured room. Bonds will win by 9. Yeah, really could go either way. These are always classic cracking matchups, the Saints and the Dons, no doubt. Play for the injury club. Yeah, both teams are absolutely stitched up with injury. I think most know about Sydney's. Yeah, having a quick look at Essendon's again with their injury list. It's not too great either. But yeah, Caldwell back in. Jones unfortunately out. All right, well, here we go. So yeah, the big ones are obviously Draper and Nick Bryan. So having to play the old man Goldstein in the ruck. So hopefully Grundy can belt him around the ground a wee bit. He did a superb job on Cherry when we played North, so expect him to go big, hopefully. Edwards, that SSP pickup. Gresham out for a week. And Parrish is just like, I think he's just he's had a few setbacks and probably going to go through the VFL. And Ridley's just massive out. As soon as he heard that hamstring and he was limping, he went straight to the rooms. He knew he was stuffed, which is no good because he's just had a history of really disappointing soft tissue problems. But yeah, 3 points at quarter time. Why can't you swim at St Kilda Beach? Not too sure. Don't think I've ever really been there before. I mean, who would go to the beach in Melbourne? It wouldn't be very nice. I mean, I know well. As a Canberran, all we've got is Pebble Beaches at Lake Burley Griffin. How good's that? I had a feeling it'd be a joke. I had a feeling. There it is. That's a classic, to be honest. I only have 1 flag. So, Jack Macrae. Is that man on screen? Oh, yeah, well, better get underway for the second term. It's the Blues by 3. Got a bit of ascendancy around the ball, especially from the centre bounce. And we're now underway for the second term. Marshall gets the head out. 𝐓𝐿𝐴 been good in these centre bounces. He will get the hand pass out to Cripps and they'll get the clearance. 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬, almost again. Jeez, he's looked good aerially. Now Darcy Wilson back here to 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬. Who does he continue to link in the chain to? Will go by Shoe. Wants to go corridor. Probably a bit too ambitious. It's picked off here from George 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Back now to Adam Sard. Does he want to change the angles here? No, okay. Little dinky ball in here to Haynes. Has to be clever. Able to beat out Sharman. Kick out wide here to Akers. And he'll find a 𝐴𝐿𝐴 in the corridor here. He's going to drop this one short. Good backing up there from Motlop. It's going to be a push in the back. So free here to Hollands. Does he now launch into the pocket? Oh, he's actually going to go for goal, basically. He's setting up to the square and rush through. Minus score. 4 goals 4, 4 goals 0. Oh, geez, 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬 limping a little bit. Oh, geez, that's not good. I think he's just copped a bit of a corky. He should be okay. Anyway, stabbing short ball. Geez, risky, but works just well enough. Yeah, geez, it's still limping a bit. Hopefully Nas is okay. He's had a great start to this game. 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬 out. Oh, geez. Continuing these short kicks doesn't work there. It's picked off. And now turnover here for the Blues. Kurt on the lead. Looking busy again. I think Nas is all right now. He's starting to run a bit. So it was a bit of a corky, I think. Well done from 𝐓𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐷, though. Jeez, he's really looking good on his new role in defence. Nice little sell the candy there. Lovely hit up. Kilda now. Can he tuck on his 3rd goal? Looks beautiful. He's a great set shot. Charlie Curnow. Blues get another. 3 goals already. And we're not even a few minutes into the second term. So Blues extend their lead out to 10 points. 5 goals 4, 4 goals straight. And Nas off to the bench. So, yeah, he doesn't look great. So he's still limping a bit. Maybe he just needs a bit of a rub down from the trainers. And out he comes again. I don't know. But just that unforced error there from the Saints. They'll obviously like to control with some short possessions, but 𝐓𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐷 joining on the spot. The spoils from 𝐓𝐡𝐞, sorry. There's a bit of a mismatch there as well. They probably would have wanted 𝐼𝐿𝐾𝐬 there. No, that's not good for the Saints. Nas on the pine. Hopefully he's okay. Walsh now extracts out here to 𝐷𝐿𝐻𝐿. And again, they'll get a clearance from the centre bounce. Adam Sard now onto his favoured left. Deep inside 50. Can they find a fly? Lewis Young maybe out the back here for Frankie Evans. Can he get the pick up? He can. Just needs to compose himself. Find a centering option to the 𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐷 timber. Good spool there from 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬. Ball goes out. We're in a question. Anyone have a guess when the Eagles get their first win? Okay, so, no, sorry, Mitch McGovern's just been subbed out. Concussion, I think that was. That's $1 million question at the moment, not myth. Look, decent chance this week. If it was at home against the Tigers, I think they'd be favourites. Oh, that's rough. They've pinned that deliberate. You kidding me? George Hewitt will kindly take it, though, when they play North Melbourne and Bunbury. Oh, yeah, that's not till later in the year, I think. I mean, that's just not really deliberate. He's just trying to palm the ball in advantage there, 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬, but it is what it is. George Hewitt, oh, geez, with his form, could he kick this? Georgie. Nah, going to centre the ball at least. Sharman, big leap, spoils it through. So minus score. So Nas still getting a bit of a talk from the trainers. Hopefully he's all right. Minus score. So Sinclair now clears here for the Saints. And that's going to be a hold. Yep, there's 𝐓𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐷 advantage paid here now for the Blues. Walsh can go inside 50. Can he find the 𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐷 timber? Lewis Young. Bang. Marks inside 50, round 13. Yeah, okay, so not far away. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, lads. Nothing better than a bit of Friday night footy on the channel. Tomorrow as well, stay tuned. Saints versus Dons. 6-2 marks inside 50 here for the Blues. Are really locking in their forward half here at the moment this second term. Dominating from the centre bounce, getting some forward half intercepts. He's just looking great, 𝐓𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐷. Lewis Young, who was called to be out of the team by many supporters heading into this game, but there we go. He gets his first goal. Wants to warrant himself in the team. And 6-5, they're really now starting to run away with this one, the Blues. I need some response here. The Saints around the footy. Then a bit of spark here, the ball movement in the Saints. Looking pretty timid. Cripps involved again. Walsh getting his hands on it too. 19-10, so a bit of a dominant stat there. Marshall, a bit of a clumsy kick there, but he'll get it back here from Garcia. Inside 50, kicks no good. Poor turnover there. And they can now go the Blues here from the back half. Cowan out wide here to 𝐼𝐴𝐿. 𝐬𝐿𝐶 up in the box. Oh, who follows the soccer around here, ladies and gentlemen? I know Voss, during the off-season, he went to one of the Spurs games because, you know, I think he also had a chat with 𝐓𝐡𝐞 over there. He's a Carlton man, 𝐓𝐡. And Spurs are in the Europa League final. I'm a Chelsea fan, by the way, but I hope the Spurs win it. They'll play Man United in it. Picked off here from Marshall. It's good to see. And then, Chelsea in the Conference League final. Shameless if we'll win that one against, you know, very lowly ranked outside European teams. And then Champions League, who watched that semi-final? Wow, Inter versus... Oh, poor kick there, picked off for running. Inter versus Barcelona. What a game that was. Back and forth. That was amazing. So, 𝐤𝐥𝐝, I think they said at the start of this quarter that he's playing half-back, and he basically is. He's just patrolling around the back half here. Harry Mackay. Oh, jeez. Shocking kick to 𝐼𝐴𝐿, but he has time. So now goes by Shoot towards Dirt, and he flew. Not a bad effort, but they have the numbers here, the Saints. Under the pump here, Sinclair extracts it out. And now they can get some hand passes going. He'll get his own crumb. Oh, dear. Boxall ran into Max Hall there. Turnover again in the forward half here for the Blues. Inside 50 from 𝐷𝐾𝐿, but no good. It'll be picked off here from Callum Wilkie. Short now to Webster. It's a nice kick. He'll find 𝐴𝐿𝐿. Good kick there. Out wide to Sharman. To Sharman now. A rare 4-8 for the Saints here. This second term, he's going to go for a low flat kick. It's no good, though. Picked off from Nick Haynes. So it looks like 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐿 Miller is all right. That's good to see. He'll come back on to the field. Looking like that's the case. Cleared forward now from a spoil. Burns. No good again. Picked off again from Haynes. And now to 𝐻𝐿𝐿. Gives it to 𝐤𝐿𝐿. And it's a nice kick to Mackay, so they can get some movement going here. The Blues kick smothered though. And what a tackle there from Mackay. Ball goes over. So, stoppage here on centre wing. Cooper Lord extracts it out to Walsh. And now to Elijah Hollands, another inside 50 here for the Blues. That'll do for Carlton. They'll gain some territory here. Still early days, Nethwin, mate, but Yeah, geez, are looking a bit behind the pace here, the Saints. Blues dominating, basically. 𝐴𝐷𝐞 gets the hit out. 𝐵𝐷𝐿 can't get the gather. But a good repeat effort makes a nice tackle. And rush through here. Another minor score. So that's 6-6 now for the Blues. Sinclair now to Wilkie. And now here to Darcy Wilson. Nice running here from Wilson. And he'll go here towards a 2-on-2. Ball comes from Haynes. Off hands, Binns. Very good first quarter. Does well here to Sard. Now to Evans. Little stabbing ball. It works here for Hollands, backing him up. Just gets the hands out. Walsh breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. And what can he manufacture here? He gives the hands here to Cowan. Bit of a wobbly kick, but it'll work here out the back for Will White. How about that? Geez, they've been able... That's another goal from the Blues where their outside wing has been able to push forward out the back. We saw with Jackson Binns in that first quarter, and White did the same. 24 points. The Blues looking dominant here. But that's Sam Walsh's goal. How good was that? Broke 2 tackles. Very nicely done. He's up and about. His story's pretty interesting in the AFL. Will White, one of those country level players. 4 goals in favour of the Blues. They are looking solid here so far this game. And they've been great in these centre bounces. Can they win another? Looking like they are. Oh, 𝐴𝐿𝐼, bit of a fumble. It's a throw. Mitch Owens did well. So now Mitch Owens sends a high one up inside 50. Silvani, good mark. Wow, 11 intercept marks for the Blues. That's crazy. Haynes now. Curnow dropped what he should have taken, but has a bit of time to mop up. Back here now to 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼 under the pump. And 𝐵𝐿𝐼, good tackle. That's going to be holding the ball, surely. An advantage here now. Windhager to the pocket. Higgins keeps it in. Clever hand pass in board. Is a good pickup from Sharman. Now to 𝐵𝐿𝐼. Not going to break that tackle. Gets a little kick away though. And well done from Ollie Hollands. Wins the high. Just, I don't know why my throat's clogged up, lads. I didn't have this all day, so... Apologies about the coughing. Hollands now clears. Wilkie off hands. Still in there. To Windhager. Now to Max Hall. Sandering ball here for the Saints. 𝐵𝐿𝐼, can he fly? He can. Here's his chance for the first of the season. This is a much needed opportunity coming up here for the Saints. Can the first game of this year, 𝐵𝐿𝐼, goal. He always had his eyes on that one, Matthias 𝐵𝐿𝐼. So they just simply need this goal, the Saints. 𝐵𝐿𝐼's kick. And does the job. Goal back to the Saints. It's been a pretty dour quarter so far for them, but finally they get some celebrations with their first points of the quarter with 9:46 to play. And it's a 3-goal margin, so still very manageable. Just what they needed. If anything, Saints have done well to be only 18 down. Yeah, that's true in a way. They've been getting belted pretty easily here. He's up and about, 𝐵𝐿𝐼. First of the season. Tripp's got a bit of a cut in his eye. Head to head with Steele. Back in the middle we go. McRae, 𝐼𝐴, the young man, in his second game, gets to Sinclair. He gets the quick hands out here now to McRae. Now to Nuss. Some quick hands here for the Saints. And now 𝐼𝐴 back out there with no more cramps. And he hits a nice target. It's important for him to be out there. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 now. Oh, he's gone for goal. No, won't have the distance. Sport from Wiedering. First minor score for the Saints, and it's actually a rush behind, so not one of their own. Spud now out here to Will White. Playing a bit more deeper, Will White. Usually a bit of a forward, but basically on the wing tonight. Working up the ground. Is that an illegal push out there from Young? And it was illegal there. So, next goal will be a big one. McRae. He's got Max Hill in a short option here. Max Hall, sorry. Was that 𝐼𝐴? I can't tell. I think that's 𝐼𝐴. Surrendering ball. No, it is Hall. Philippou almost again. Haynes. Burns. Philippou. Nice quick hands here. Higgins. Has he gotten high? Surely. Yeah, nah, surely. There we go. All right. Chance to get this game to 11 points all of a sudden. Yeah, I mean, that just had to be high. Yeah, every day of the week. And Higgins goals. Quick off the snap. 11-point margin. 2 in a row for the Saints. Now starting to get a bit of run. And it was nicely done from that centre bounce. Ball exited the stoppage, and then bang. Got some quick hand passes going. Away they went. 𝐼𝐴 is one of those players. Yeah, he's been impressive though, Higgins. Like, he's a lad that usually doesn't execute too well, but geez, it's all coming together for him this year. And I mean, he didn't even duck there, Higgins. Really, I mean, it was just a poor tackle there from Hollins. Cripps, expertly done. Out here to Lord. Clearance here for the Blues. It's a pretty shallow one though. Akers overhead. That's nicely done. And he'll now pounce with a short kick inside 50. 𝐼𝐴 can't take it. Mopping up here is 𝐷𝐴. He's under the pump. Could it be ball? Nothing given. 𝐼𝐴 getting his way in there. Sinclair. Oh, holding the ball. Oh, the Blues fans aren't happy. My favourite crowd shots is when something gets paid, deliberate, and they cut to the fans, the home fans, and they're not happy. I think it was a few years ago when like the deliberate was so inconsistent. And there was one where the Eagles got stitched up and then the Eagles fans were just sticking up the finger. It's good stuff. Akers no good. He's coming off. Jeez, he always has those shoulder issues. Don't tell me he's popped it out. No, he's coming off. Silvani. Walsh now, not much to go to, so we'll just go back here. Risky kick, but it works here for 𝐼𝐴. Blues just want to control here, and he's gone down to the sheds. Adam Spud. Spud now out wide here to Wiedering. So still controlling here, the Blues. You know, last 6 Saints Blues games, the away teams won. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's always those quirky stats and stuff with matchups. Okay, risky stuff here for you, but he did well to evade the pressure. Now can go inside 50. Can TDK fly? Jeez, he was under the pump there. Lewis Young, something out of nothing. He goals. He's got a second of the quarter. Ball basically fell into his lap there. No one was on him. 𝐷𝐿 did well, though, to halve the contest. But it was good stuff there from the Blues. They slowly worked their way up. It was a shallow kick there for 𝐴𝐵𝐿, but he did well to break the tackle. Go inside 50. And, yeah, 2 defenders went up there for the Saints. Spoiled from Howard, but it was just a poor spoil. I mean, he's put that right back in the danger zone for someone to rove. Had to absolutely belt the living crap out of that, but was unable to, or at least go up for the mark. Oh, and of course that new AFL game's out, AFL 26. I did install it yesterday on the PC, so might give that a bit of a play. I don't know, might be alright. Hit out here from Marshall, but Cripps will mop that one up. Lord now getting his hands on it. Kick not so great though. Cray in there. He's going to be copped a high tackle there. So his ball. Geez, another play going in the sheds. It's all happening here. Garcia. And a good mark there from Owens. Drew's got the hiccups at the moment. Might have to hold my breath. Just made a muck of that. Mitch Owens, but he sends the ball up at least. Ball up in an unfamiliar position in the back 50. Ball up. Oh, yeah, it was a quality win, Hanif. I mean, 12 goals from like 33 inside 50s. That's insane. Very efficient. Marshall out of the ruck. No good. Misses. 6 goals, 2 now for the home team. Couldn't tell you, Brandon. I mean, it's already 50 points. Who knows? Maybe they slow down a bit and the Saints get some resurgence. So, I think it might get up for you. Who knows? Bins now clears. Curnow almost with the one poor ball goes over. 𝐴𝐵𝐿 gets the head out. Hill mops it up though. He'll get his own crumb here. 𝐴𝐵𝐿 whacks it forward. 𝐵𝐿 positions himself well. Ball goes over. Oh, pushing the back. Rightio. Almost 𝐵𝐿𝐿𝐿. Sorry, I'm not calling it at the moment, lads. I've got hiccups. I'm just holding my breath. And the pump here, though, the Blues smack down there from Haynes. 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐿. Oh, sure, that's high. There it is. Yeah, no, it's the old classic saying, Hanif, mate. So now, cleared out of there. 𝐴𝐵𝐿 can fly. Oh, good stuff there from 𝐿𝐿𝐿. Just got the hand pass away, though, Stocker. And 𝐴𝐵𝐿 taking in the tackle instantly. 𝐿𝐿𝐿's getting out up in a... he's getting in the thick of it, 𝐿𝐿𝐿. Steal now, clearance, his way. Good ball from 𝐼𝐗𝐤𝐪. He's been all over it. Wiedering now into the pump, bins. Back to 𝐼𝐗𝐤𝐪. Bit of a blind kick around the corner. Nass mops it up nicely here, and now they can reload. 𝐼𝐗𝐤𝐪 up, wants to switch the play. It's a lovely kick. It finds just Ryan Burns. And Haynes now taken a bit of a bump there. He's in the hands of trainers. Geez, another injury though. It's all happening. Cal Wilkie now. Nice short kick he finds Jack Steele. Steele now, all alone. They've found the spare option of 𝐵𝐵𝐿. He can go back for his second of this quarter. So can he go here, 𝐵𝐵𝐿? Oh, narrow kick across the face. 6 goals, 3. Won't have a bench soon. Yeah, geez, it's really starting to thin up here for the Blues. Let's have a look at the current bench. So Acres injured, Haynes injured, McGovern's subbed out. So they've only got 2 on the bench at the moment. What a mark there from... that was a bloody good effort from Howard. Now back in board here to 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞 𝐬𝐿. So now to Jack Sinclair. Jamie Elliott's top 2 goal. Yeah, wow. 6 goals. Extraordinary he was. But, yeah, geez, they were defensively disappointing the Dockers at the same time. Howard now. Going to go to the pocket of the tall timber. Spore came from 𝐴𝐷𝐞 𝐎𝐿 to Sard. Blind kick around the corner. It's going to be mopped up here from the Saints. Jack Sinclair's ball. Now, has he got the shoe here? No, he wants to go quickly in board. Not 15. You're kidding me. That's surely 15. Okay. Max Hall there was stitched up, though. Marshall, that's a nice hit down to Hall, but instantly tackle from Binns. Holding the ball, wow. He just got the ball. Wow, okay. Elijah Hewitt getting his hands on it again. Marks on the wing. And the Blues probably just want to try and control things here. So they'll go along down the line. 𝐷𝐞 direction. Good mark. Okay, Fred Howard. Yeah, okay, I don't know what that was for. Anyway, Darcy Wilson now. Short stubbing ball. He'll find Steele. So 40 seconds here. Could the Saints get a response? They're getting some repeat entries here these last few minutes. Another deep kick. Oh, Jacob Wiedering. Can't take the mark though. 𝐵𝐿 to Higgins. Now here to McRae. Goes inboard here. Hall. Just trying to find an angle for a shot on goal here. Darcy Wilson to the top of the square. Spoiled. Fumble. Sinclair extracts it. Garcia on his favoured left. Oh, he's got to kick that. Got to kick that. 15 seconds to go, and that might be that for the main break. Blues in control, though, for that second term. Again, for the majority of it, time in their forward half, their inside games just been that class above compared to the Saints. They converted nicely off some forward half intercepts. But yeah, the Saints are starting to get into this game a little bit. They will finish off the quarter with the last... Oh no, sorry, the last goal came from Young. But they've kicked 2 of the last 3 of this game. And there it is for half time. So 6 goals, 440. 8 goals, 654. But yeah, not a bad game to watch here. It's yeah, I think the pressure from both sides has been fairly solid. Been plenty of repeat stoppages, plenty of tackles. 25 to 24 inside 50, so the Saints are able to get a few repeat entries to get that stat up their way, but plus 11 in the contested ball, plus 5 clearances for the Blues, plus 4 stoppage clearances, plus 1 in the centre bounce. So they are controlling some good facets of the game. But yeah, good half of footy. So 𝐵𝐿, I think he's been one of the best players for the Blues so far. He's looking so settled back there. It's like he's played 100 games back there plus. He's picking off things nicely, a few intercept marks, a lot of intercept possessions. Curnow with the 3 goals, of course, in the first half. Tom de Koning getting his numbers up. 10 touches, 12 hitouts. What's Ryan Marshall? How's he travelling? He's on 6 touches, 13 hitouts. Max Hall's doing some nice things. Wilson got in the game a bit more with a bit of disposal. Nuss did go down, but as soon as he came back out on the ground, he got going. And Sinclair, 16 touches for him. He's starting to get his hands on it a bit more. A lot more forward of centre, his disposals. And Jack Steele with 4 contested, 10 touches. Saw a video that said that Nathan Buckley locked top 7 Collingwood, Brisbane, Hawthorn, Gold Coast, Adelaide, Western Bulldogs, Geelong, while G have some trouble. It's still early days. You can't lock in 7 teams. Like, locking in 7 is pretty absurd 9 rounds in. Saints let Blues off the hook late. There's a few opportunities going astray, but to be fair, the Blues have had their chances. But just the 14 points. Big third term coming up. The Blues have been known to have poor second halves, and more so, like, they just can go to sleep a bit throughout patches of games, like against the Cats we did say that a bit. So, yeah, we'll see what the Saints could throw with a couple of punches, but no, of course, the Blues deservedly in the lead. But yeah, it's a big game for the Giants this weekend. If they lose, they're out of the 8 all of a sudden after they had a pretty good start to the year. Actually, they might not be. Because if the Blues win and Sydney win and Port Adelaide lose, then they're actually going to stay in 8th. But yeah, it's a massive logjam if you look at the live ladder. I'd recommend you do so. It's really shaping up a bit. Well, no, not really shaping. It's the opposite of shaping up. It's shaping up to be a logjam, I should say. But yeah, it feels like some 8-point games are already coming into play here so far this season. This is good for Geelong. Whereabouts are they on the ladder again? Yes, 7th, so big game for them tomorrow as well. But yeah, the Cats have played some tough opponents like Adelaide, the Pies that they beat. Some pretty tricky opponents. So I think they'll now start to get a bit of a softer run these next few weeks. I haven't really seen too much of their fixture. They do have Port, actually, the Adelaide Oval next week, so probably at the moment doesn't get much easier, but yeah, Port and Adelaide is always a tough one. I love my Geelong. Yeah, the good team, the Catters. No doubt. Broke my heart in 2022, though, that grand final, but still remember when I went to that game, the granny, the supporters are, very, very good sports and stuff. We chatted to a few and etc. So, yeah, they're good folk. Carlton have outscored the Saints from turnovers 6-2 to 4-2. So, yeah, their turnover game, the Blues, as we've said, a lot of forward half intercepts. Despite this, they're ranked 14th in the competition. That has been one of their weaknesses, averaging just 43.6 points per game. League average of 46.8. And the Blues kicked about 70 points off turnover against the Cats, so that was an extraordinary number. But yeah, plenty to like from both teams. It's really could go either way, this one. I feel like the Saints could definitely go up a gear, but Blues deservedly in the lead. It's going to go take a whiz, lads. And I'll be back in a sec. We'll do the footy grid, of course. They've been in poor form with the footy grids. We've gotten we've stuffed up a couple of times, so we need to be on the ball for tonight. Anyways, I'll be back in a sec. Right, I'm back, lads. Cal says, any tips for dead keys on laptops? Oh, yeah, that's a bit of a stitch-up. I've known people who've had that problem before. And an enter key don't work. Well, what you can temporarily do is... in fact, let me search on my... There's definitely a... Yeah, so go to, like, your start menu and search on-screen keyboard. So it's like a little program, and it's basically like a... accessibility type of program where it's basically an interactive keyboard and you can use your mouse to click on keys. That's just a temporary thing, but obviously you can also just get one of those cheaper USB keyboards from Officeworks or something. That can do the trick. In fact, I do have one here. I think I have one somewhere. Yeah, it's right here. I can give you a cow through my camera. But yeah, no, just I'd probably do that on-screen keyboard thing if you're having trouble. All right, well, again, I apologise about this coughing already and crap, lads. It's weird. This throat is just starting to clog up a bit. I did actually go for a bike ride in the Carlton, so maybe that could be a reason why. Am I searching? Footy Grid. There we go. Rightio, well, here we go, lads. Let's hope for a good grid tonight. Saints and St Kilda themed. Jack Newton's teammate. And this one here, 150 games from the same club. You can't see that one, but it's 150 plus for the same club. Using a Bluetooth. Oh, yeah, no, that works. Beautiful. Just have a mandarin, by the way, lads. I do get some curious people sometimes when I like eat something like, what are you eating? So usually it's a it's the thing I always just remember every time I eat something. I just say to everybody, okay, this is what I'm eating. Okay, Carlton, 150 plus games for the same club. Mick Martin played quite a bit for North and then went to the Blues for a few seasons. Good guess there. Saints 150 plus games. Sean Dempster 1%. It's good. Got to go to the former Swannies. Played in 2010s and 150 plus games. Christ, I'm sounding like Jonathan Brown at the moment. 𝐼𝐗𝐬. 0.1. We're on song tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not jinx it. Carlton, Jack Newton's teammate. I thought of 𝐼𝐗𝐬. Does anyone listen to Fireball Friday on SEN? It's a great show. They do like a quiz, and one of the questions was name a bunch of players from the Suns' inaugural team, and one of them was 𝐼𝐗𝐬. Player I forgot. Last game, again, I just have to make everything Sydney related. His last game was against the Swannies, 2021. And he St Kilda W, or don't we all, UH? I did tip them, so I wouldn't mind it for my tipping's sake, but just hope for a good game at the absolute least. Jack Newton's teammate, Carlton. We'll go Josh Honey. 1%. Another fellow small forward. Carlton, 12 marks in a game. Nick Newman, 2%. Saints and Newton's teammate. Jack Stephen, 3%. Saints and 12 marks in a game. Shane Savage, 0.4. Played in 2010's Newton's teammate. Options galore even. Nah, it was like late 2010s. He joined Newton's. When did... Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Now we have an undo here, so we could... 12 marks in the game. Really, there's options galore here. Played in 2010s. I'm going to go Riley Bonner. Hold on a sec. Where's me undo? Oh, I've been stitched up. What a joke. I didn't even... Oh, my God. You get an undo and they didn't even give me the option to. That's a bloody stitch up. We never got 12 marks, so there you go. But no, still pretty good. Still a good grid. Take that. How long we got left? 7 minutes. Might as well do one of those quizzes. Where are we? Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, everybody, lads. Just passing the time before this second half. Blues by 14. And here we go. Right, let's try and do a quick fire one. Disposal getters. Most goals. There's a good one we did before. It was like a stat one. Oh, what's this logic quiz? Okay, hold up. We've got one of these ones. Alright, here we go. So I think you can see that. So... Oh, hold up. Is this like the same as last year? All my team... Yeah, no, we've done this one before. The person who did this, they just whacked 2025 on this. Let me find a different one. We did this one last year. The same bloody questions. It's a cool one, but we've already done it before. Where is that stats one? It was a good one. Stats, search that. Stat leaders, here we go. Alright, cool. This is the one we can punch out to pass the time. Again, sorry about the ads. So we do contest possessions here. I think you can see that. There we go. Alright, so contest possessions, McRae, Freo mid, Bray, Shaw, Sarong, Gawn, Carlton mid, Hewitt, North Ruck, Cherry, having a good year, Tom Green, Adelaide mid, Sligo, no, Dawson, Rankin. It's crazy that Isaac Rankin's averaging so many touches though, eh? Contested possessions. You know, small forward but getting plenty of time in the midfield. Carlton Ruck, DeConing, Bulldogs mid, Richards, no, Kennedy, Liberatore. Always the mid you forget, Libba. So bullshit, we're so terrible, we're not going to do anything this year. Not too sure I support mighty Melbourne Stars. It's quite a thing though when Carlton, St Kilda, Sydney, Essendon supporters all basically say the same thing when they lose, but fair enough for the Melt. How's it going? Well, Graz, have you got the new footy game? Yeah, no, I downloaded it yesterday. Fucking 86 gigs. Yeah, no, I got on the PC, so... Yeah, I didn't play much. I loaded it up after Thursday night footy and... yeah, I did a bit of the tutorial. It's pretty much the same controls, really. Hopefully it's a bit smoother. Loaded up the Pro Team. It's weird, though, loading up Pro Team, because, like, your starting players are so low overall. Like, I've got a Patrick Dangerfield. That's a bronze card, like 67 overall. It's like, what the hell? And Tom McCartan's like 65. Like, what are you kidding me? But they got a transfer market, I saw. I was having a peek at that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, no. So, wonder how the game goes. Hopefully less glitches. Apparently, like, for Xbox players, the incorrect version came out or something. Jeez, bloody big Ann, eh? Petrarca, Oliver. Uncontested possessions. Is that 𝐓𝐡𝐿? Giants defender Ash. Whitfield. GWS mid. Kelly. Callahan. Very good in the Sydney Derby last week. He caught my eye. A lot of handball receives. Warple game. Oh yeah, we might do the Warple. That's a fun one to do. Yeah, let's load that up. Saying it's a hard one. Okay. Show silhouette. Ooh, okay. Sandy Brock. Okay, well that's actually not bad. It's a South Australian player then. Doesn't look like Rosie. Key defender, so that means he's a defender. Let's go Kane Farrell. Okay, so it's an Adelaide player. Adelaide medium defender. Max Michaelani. He's 21. So, yeah, it was that 2022 draft. It's not Worrell. Worrell's a few years older. Tall player too, so it's like, huh. Struggling to think. Nah, I don't think Brandon Cook's a bit older. Poof. Can't think of this one. The game's actually about to start, so I've got to switch over. Hopefully it'll come to me soon. Yeah, 21-year-old. And we just go Worrell in case, but I don't think it is. Yeah, no, it's not. He's 24. Anyways, better get underway for this second half. Yeah, Cheryl's still at half back. That's interesting. Oh, is it 𝐓𝐿𝐿 𝐎𝐥𝐝? No, it wouldn't be. No, it is 𝐓𝐿𝐿 𝐎𝐥𝐝. I swear he debuted the year before. Oh, there you go. Had a late debut. It was 𝐓𝐿𝐿 𝐎𝐥𝐝. I was just trying to think of those younger mids. And they were younger general defenders. Anyway, inside 50 here for the Saints to kick off this third term. Let me get out of this screen so I can load up the chat. Alright, so Cherry in defence, very interesting out here to Acres. 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬 gets the spoil in. Not played a game since the first PS3. Tiger Woods was good at the time. Oh yeah, no, that was a very good golf game. It was one of those Tiger Woods ones back in the day. I didn't play it, but I did. I just remembered it when I was younger. 𝐷𝐾 𝐎𝐥𝐝 clears. It's going to come back though. 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬 in the hole. Short now to Steele. Back now to Nass. And just finds Sinclair. Saints fans pleading for a 50. So, oh, nice little find there. Garcia probably doesn't have the leg here, so they're just going to continue the lateral ball movement, horseshoe their way. Not really gaining meters here, though. So, Stocker's ball. They can now, yep, they're going to go to the pocket. And was it legal? Spall there from Young? Yes, it was. Got there just in time. It was all Mitch Owens there with that clunk, but couldn't hold on. He's getting his hands on it, Mitch Owens, 8 touches, but hasn't really been able to show full impact. 450 stoppage here for the Saints. What can Marshall do? Free to 𝐴𝐥𝐿. Yeah, no, that was a hard one, Ant. But that's the Warples I like, not just like, you know, the star player from a team. It's like sort of like those role players. Oh, and another good website, that footy numbers. No, the Footy Heads one. I've seen people play. I know Cardi played on one of his streams. I peeked into one of his streams. Oh, Cripps has done the classic. Give it to a teammate instead of the umpire. Come on, Cripper. Oh, that one's such a stitch up of a rule because like you're just in the heat at the moment, then you sort of just you get a bit of brain fog and then you forget to give it to the ump. Still now to the edge of 50. Pretty shallow entry, but spoiled back from 𝐴𝐥𝐿. Offhand, 𝐶𝐼𝐞 clean. A bit of a nothing kick, but it works here to 𝐿𝐴𝐿. Left foot snap to the top of the square. That's no good. Rush through for a moment. Actually, not rushed. Did go for a behind. Cowan done for the day. So now we've got Chera taking kick-ins. Yeah, interesting. He's gone to half back. Chera now. To be fair, it makes sense with their outs. McGovern out and now Cowan out. So those are 2 lockdown defenders out here for the Blues. And now rebounding here, the Saints. Sinclair to Marshall. What can he manufacture? Oh, geez, he's dropped the pill. Geez, he is caught up in 2 minds there. Hewitt now. The Blues can now exit. Sard over the top now here to Hollands. Can they get a bit of bounce here through half back into the middle? Downfield 3. Oh, geez, Sard's no good. Got the nasty one. Have to see it on the replay. Anyway, do they want to go deep here? That's a nice kick out wide. Maybe not so. Sharman intervenes, but he loses his balance. Oh, that's unlucky from Bins. Very unlucky. 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐴 in a good spot here. Well, they can quickly go here. Now the Saints. McRae to Brad Hill. They got some run going here. Oh, the kick's a bit iffy, but it will maybe sit here for Owens. Clever little tap to Jack Higgins. He loses his balance. Hand passes right to Young. Back the other way. Now the Blues can go. Wiedering puts it out in the full. Okay, Saints reload. Yeah, no, that's definitely true, AFL legend, regarding the game. McRae now. And 𝐴𝐿𝐴 intercept mark. There was one hole that not could be conquered right in the end. Yeah, I remember one of those Tiger Woods games. There was like those like novelty courses and stuff. I used to play those golf games on the iPad when I was younger because, you know, when I was a young pup, it was about the iPad games. Oh, there were a few good ones. It's good though because on the App Store you can like look at your history of your downloads and you can reinstall stuff. And with the family Apple ID, there's stuff from like 2010 and all that. Those old games from back in the day. Anyway, 𝐴𝐿𝐴 now. Jeez, I mean that's not 15 from the stuff we've seen. How good's Wiedering? Oh mate, he's been unreal this year. I think lock him in for the All Australian. I haven't really seen his numbers, but you watch him play and it's just you can't beat him. But it's interesting. I thought the effort, speaking of the Swannies, Aussie Trump fan, the effort Francis and McLean did put a bit of physicality into Buckley and Taylor, and they didn't really impact the game too much. Like Taylor wasn't at his absolute beastly self. Anyway, Stocker now. They're just chipping out the back half here. Burns. Now do a contest. He's got the City of 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Can't take the marks. Probably should have against Hollands. And now they can go here. 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐴. That's a nice kick. Fines on the line. Lead Cooper Sharman. So, Cooper Sharman. Can he go here? And he sure can. He's becoming a very crafty forward, this young man. And 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐴 getting a rub down. He's been good since he's come back on. 7 goals 5, 8 goals 6. Anyone betting the Blues are going to choke? Oh, I mean, to be fair, for the Blues, it has to be said. Cowan out, McGovern out. They've only got 3 running on the bench, so they're 1 short. But they've started well here, the Saints. They are getting time in the forward half. In the middle we go again. 𝐴𝐿𝐴 can't really get an effective disposal. That's not great from Boxall. Turnover here. Hollands whacks it inside 50. Stocker, a good spoil. Motlop takes it in a strong Howard tackle. 15-metre rule's getting out of hand every year. It's one or the other. Yeah, and there's been, like, as I said not long ago, that Marshall one, that was nowhere near 15 from what we've seen so far this year. Yet it was paid a mark, so yeah, it's a strange one. I love when players appeal for a deliberate. They just assume they're going to get it, so they grab the ball and then they give it back to the umpire. Like, gonna take their free? It's like umpire's like, nah, mate, it's not deliberate. Give it back to the ump. It's a little thing I like seeing. Right, hiccups are coming back now. Hold me breath. Jeez, Ryan loves the binoculars. He's got a bit of sweat. Get the fans on. There we go. Good pressure here from the Saints. No, 𝐓𝐿𝐴 that hand pass a bit astray. Right, Higgins in the rooms, but to be fair, it'd be a good like-for-like replacement with Collard as a sub. Sard now taking a good tackle. Yeah, no, definitely is AFL legend. Margin now whittled down to just 7 points. Saints do have the momentum. 𝐷𝐿𝐴 hit out. Nicely stuff there from the Saints inside 50. Kick's no good though from Hill. Picked off from that man, 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐴. Been good to watch. Oh, that one hugs the boundary. That's out in the full. Darcy Wilson's ball. Wilson now dubs a short one to Marshall. Takes them up. Arc the big row. Can he get the scoreboard here? It's weird, I always seem to get hiccups sometimes when I'm bloody streaming. Ryan Marshall, can he goal here? Oh, wrong side of the post. They are coming, the Saints, very slowly though. 2 goals, 6 this season, Marshall. Start now, short here to Wiedering. Young now. Not 15. So, yeah, like, that's not 15. What on earth? Make that one consistent, then. That's good from Haynes. Wiedering. And now they use the width. Silvani. To Elijah Hollands. And now they work the hands here. The Blues 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Inside 50 to 𝐞𝐿. Brings it down. No one there for the Blues Smalls. But Cripps is in the way. Couldn't hit the hand pass. Under the pump here now. The Saints. Umpire's ball. Blues now got to try and lock it in the front forward 50 here. 𝐞𝐿𝐴 gets it out. Smacked out of it. Ephraim Sinclair. Oh, he's got to watch out. Could that be ball? No. Sad. Likes the hand pass back the other way. Bloody hell, he's hiccups. Oh, big breath, push down your lower torso. Bloody hell. Thanks for the tip though, 𝐶𝐿. Ball goes over. Once Carlton not even get 70. Oh, they're a chance. I mean, as I did say, you know, I felt like they could have been definitely a team that would, you know, score. Their scoring would drop a little bit. Umpire's ball. 𝐶𝐿𝐴 gets it down. Cripps tucks that one. Walsh been fairly limited tonight. To 𝐶𝐿𝐴. Out now to Binns. Bouncing. Oh, Mackay will get there, but instantly tackled. So ball being stuck on this outer wing. What's Boxall's numbers been looking like? He's only got, wow, Boxall's got 54% time on ground. That's crazy. Just the 6 touches, 2 tackles for him. Anyway, they work the hands out here. The Blues, oh, well, who was that too? Goes in again. Garcia can't get the pick up. 𝐓𝐿𝐴, he can. Picked off nicely from Young. Thrown behind the ball now. Mackay can't get there. Roving's nice from Motlop. He's done some good pressure access, man. Can he find a centering ball? Oh, it's a good smother there from Stocker. Hey, 23 to go. Marshall gets that hit. Right out. Umpire's ball. Oh, well done from Evans. Somehow spun his way out of trouble. Now a high ball. Oh, shit. So I was going to say, that could have honestly been paid from White. Wow. Umpire's ball. Oh, that's all O'Connell. You got to be kidding. That's a shocking call. Cleared now from Howard. Haynes mops it up. Who have they got at home? 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝, all him. Oh, Tommy 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Can Tommy 𝐓𝐡𝐞 score? No, geez, almost out the full. Sorry, but that my playback was glitching there. Okay, so Saints will kick it in here. Cleared now out of the 50. That's a strong mark from Mitch Owens. So now, switch it here, the outer side, the Saints. 𝐓𝐿𝐴 to Howard. And now they've got some options on the outer side here, the Saints. Darcy Wilson. And they'll find the loose man here. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴, or just couldn't grab it. But he makes a good tackle on Hollands. Umpire's ball. Just over the top of him a wee bit. Couldn't reel that one in. Hollands now. Can he get that one? Maxwell's toe pokes it forward. Higgins can't get the pick up, but he goes in again. Slaps only as far as Bins. Oh, he missed that hand pass there, Haynes. Umpire's ball. Next goal in now, 𝐓𝐴. Scoring's really dried up. Both ruckmen on the bench. Mackay out of the ruck. And a free to the big H. High contact. Oh, jeez, he puts Cripps onto the pump with that, but he did well. Oh, 𝐓𝐿𝐴 back with a fly. That's a mark. Very solid mark. Jeez, it's been excellent to watch this here, George 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Anyway, back now to Mackay. So they can switch it here, the Blues. Wiedering. Cross now to Haynes. Going to be free here to Curnow. Sard. Oh, he could have been off there with advantage. Doesn't choose to go. Corridor on here now for the Blues. Look, short kick on the lead. Well done, Mackay. Up the ground to do the hit-out work, and he leads nicely inside 50 there, and he can go back. Possibly get the next goal of this game, as AFL Legend said, would be huge. So, can he go here, 𝐼𝐴? Let's get this. Oh, jeez. What an awful kick. It's not even going to make the distance. Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot that minor score. 2-6 up. The 5 straight goals. Saints should be in front. Yeah, it feels like I have the momentum, but the Blues hanging in there. Just really dried up this game. But anyway, opportunity here for the Blues. 4:50 stoppage. Oh, Burns got dacked. Hollands couldn't get that clean kick on goal. Cripps just running into nothing. Wilson taking a good tackle. What? Umpire's ball. Wow. Jeez, that's a very quick whistle. A very quick whistle. That's unlucky there for the Blues. Cripps out of the ruck. Just gets a hand pass out. He goes in again. Maxwell got his way in there. Umpire's ball. One of these last minutes in tail. 𝐼𝐴 hit out. Tackle. Ball up. 𝐓𝐿 now. Here's a bit of space. Jackson Beardens. Oh, 𝐼𝐴 almost. I think it was touched. Another boundary throw in here, but the Blues have it locked in. Wow, just seen this. Some injury headaches for the Pies. Nick Dacos, pec. Elliott, abdominal. More shoulder. Will undergo scans. And, of course, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 is in concussion protocols. And what a... Anyone see that 𝐿𝐼𝐴 hit or tackle? What a tackle that was. Bins again. Jesus. Getting his nose in a few of these shots at goal. Durden taking the tackle. Game of inches here. Cripps. Oh, how about that ruck work? Oh, that's unlucky. That would have been a very nicely worked goal from the skipper. Minor score. Margin 8 points. 𝐼𝐴 to bring it back into play. He's looked excellent tonight. Definitely could have a say in this game. Wiedering, though. Ooh, beaten out there a bit. And now they can work it. Either Saints Garcia, but they decide to go back inside, and now they'll go back the other way. Wilson. They've been held up a bit in these sort of areas of this game, the Saints. When they get in the go, they sort of are a bit puzzled, and now they're indecisive, and there you go. What an effort from Nick Haynes. Ball in. Crossing line, not happy. Umpire's ball, another stoppage here. Forward from Cripps. He's really having his say on these hit-outs. He's got 2. Burns keeps that in. Clever. And it works here to Marshall. Hands it now to 𝐼𝐴. Bit of running carry here for the Saints. Oh, kick's no good though. Rushed it. Picked off from Haynes. 7th intercept mark. Wow. Durden. Now to Walsh. Can go on board. That's a nice kick to find Elijah Hollands. Ooh, kick. Works for Walsh. He overcommitted there. Webster and now Sam Walsh from outside. 50 to the top of the square. 𝐼𝐴 almost. Oh, holding free. Gonna be a free here to the Big H. This is a massive goal coming up for the Blues. I mean, that's sort of poor from the Saints having a mismatch there. 𝐼𝐴 on Darcy Wilson. So can 𝐼𝐴 convert here after he missed his opportunity before. So 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼. You have to hold your breath. There you go. He rams it home, the big H. Big goal for the Blues. It's been a long time since we've seen a goal. That's the second goal of this quarter. And yeah, basically no progress has been made in this third quarter, as Hutto does say, with both teams just with the 1 goal each. Yeah, he held them there. He had his arms around them there a little bit, Wilson. Yeah, you could see sort of locked in his arms. Didn't allow him to kind of mark it. Again, it's hard defending a player like twice the size of you. A wing and defending a key forward. 𝐴𝐿𝐼 back out there. Hit out no good. 𝐵oxshall out. Now the Darcy Wilson. Kick's no good. Crowd's actually appealing for deliberate there. 𝐴𝐿𝐼. It's a nice hit out there to 𝐓𝐡𝐞 but tackled instantly. Minute 20 to go here, the Saints. Forward 50 stoppage. So, what on earth was that slap? Born dispute here, 𝐓𝐡𝐞. That's a good hand pass now to Acres. Low flat kick, no good. Oops, Sinclair slips over. Gives the quick hands to Hall now here. The Saints work it. Garcia, bit too cute. Turnover. Walsh, pressure, great from McRae. Sinclair again, hands it in now to 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼 Miller. Over the top he goes. Trying to find a 1-2 option. Here goes to Brad Hill instead. Can he go to the pocket? Sharman just well beat there from Wiedering. Yeah, Dunn still puts it well. Hill's been a bit strange tonight. He's been a bit fumbly. Oh, Lyons on the bench. Don't usually see that. Flipping around. Ross does like to flip around the magnets too. 𝐷eConing hits it down. Bins. Out now here for Brunell's got to watch out. Just gets the kick away. Who can fly? Young gets a big spall in there. Chance now. Jack Sinclair going to find some space. A wobbly kick. I think it was smothered actually. How about that? Defensive intent's been really impressive from the Blues tonight. Oh, is it that man again, Silvani? I couldn't see who it was. 𝐷eConing its front position. 𝐵oxshall this second game are getting in there. Tackled, umpire's ball. 10 seconds. Could we see a goal? It's been 1 goal each from both sides in this third term. Very low scoring contested game. 𝐷eConing hit out. 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼 Miller a chance. Oh, he made a muck of that. He had time. Out in the full. All right, well, there we go. Stage is set for a close finish, you'd think. 7 goals, 648, 9 goals, 862. So, yeah, it's been a pretty dour quarter of footy, that. 1 goal, 2 to 1 goal, 2 quarter. Both teams broke even. How about that, eh? Yeah, no, really dour, contested, heavy game, this one. Saints are now winning the inside 50s. Felt like they had a bit more of the opportunity, but yeah, the ball's just really been stuck at either end of the ground a bit, so it's been back and forth between the arcs a bit. Still think the Blues contested stuff's holding up a bit better than the Saints. Let's see, contested ball. Yeah, there you go, plus 16. Clearances, doing well in the stoppage, 24 to 15 their way. And I just think their defensive intent's been really good. Like 𝐓𝐻𝐿𝐷 and 𝐼𝐗, they've rarely been beaten. They've been able to hold up the Saints' ball movement pretty well. Haven't really been able to get in and go, get a lot of release hand passes. The Saints are known for hitting some nice hand passes. But now they're holding up really nicely defensively, the Blues. So it's a credit to them. So yeah, three-quarter time. Just the 14 points. Over the go, well, Zach. Welcome, mates. I think we're a good chance to win, Zach. Last week's game should give us a bit of confidence. 𝐼𝐗𝐿𝐴 a bit of an out, though. That does hurt. So I think Hamling will go in defence tomorrow, which should be interesting because, well, actually, no, hold on a sec. That's right. We didn't bring in a tall. So I think Hamling's going to stay forward because he'll retain the three tall setup with Francis, McLean and Hamling. So we're actually going to be one short in the back line, like one tall less. So we brought in Patton. He's obviously going to be that seventh defender looking at the bench. So I think 𝐼𝐶 will be the sub again. Yeah, so one tall less. That's interesting. We did do that against the Hawks in opening round, and it's just not like us. We usually have the two talls alongside Blakey and Rampy, but we just got 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴, Blakey and Rampy for our really tall key position players. So you think Tommy Mack will get one of their talls. Rampy's going to have to play on a tall. Probably, does he go on Langford? Maybe Caddy. Blakey probably goes on Caddy. So, yeah, some interesting matchups there. I think the injuries... Oh, well, to be fair, Essendon do have their outs as well. They're pretty stitched up with injuries. I mean, they've got two debutants tomorrow. And they do have two of their ruckmen out. Like, I expect Grundy to really take Goldstein to the cleaners. He's had some really good games this year. Tommy de Koning, so see how he goes. Have a look at some individual statistics from players, shall we? So who's been up there? So 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 has got 24 touches. Yeah, 527 metres gain. He's been great, given the Saints pretty much the drive. Bit of Sinclair as well. He's got 5 side 50s. What's his metres gain, Sinclair? 317. There you go. Darcy Wilson, he's been fairly solid. 20 touches, 465 his game. Got the goal assist. Hollands has done some nice things. Silvani's been really rock solid, though. I'm loving his game. And same with Haynes. Like, he's been bossing it in defence alongside 𝐻𝐿𝐴 too. So, yeah, their defender's really holding up nicely. Binns has been great as well. He's got 20 touches. He probably keeps a spot on the side on the wing. He's been playing sort of wing half-back. And, yeah, pushing up the ground too. No. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 out suspended, so we've got Patton back in. And, yeah, as I said before, it's pretty interesting. We're going with him and not going replacing 𝐻𝐿𝐴 with a tool. I thought Laddams would probably come in, but not to be. Anyways, let's see how this final term goes. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Should be a beauty of a final term. Going to Sydney versus Carlton. Oh, that should be a beauty, Ryan. Yeah, Friday night next week. Enjoy the game, mate. We do have a good record over the Blues. And there's going to be some bruised bodies by the looks of it out there. So see how they line up next week. But see how they end up this game, because they still do retain their 14-point lead. I've got to hear them up. Hopefully, that's soon, I think, that Cuts game. Well, we go. Blues by 14. Higgins subbed out of the game. Yeah, probably not 100%. He's shaking his head. Well, here we go. Big final term coming up. Higgins out, no winning goal. 12 seconds left. Oh, that was crazy. Still can't believe watching that. They showed it as a replay in the build-up for this game. Well, here we go. So Sinclair on the ball. So they've made some moves, Ross. They need to go. Final term on the way. 𝐓𝐿 hit out. And he'll get the centre clearance. Inside 50 here. Oil comes. And umpire's ball. 𝐓𝐿 now. To Spud. Ooh, it's a good kick. Durden overhead. Oh, unlucky. Really should have taken it, to be honest. Now they can go here. The Saints Marshall onto the pump, though. Just gets a hack kick forward. Cripps. Spud into this. Spud's been pretty good. He'll get another touch here. Oh, holds him up. Hands it now to 𝐓𝐿. Back now to Cripps. Nice hands here from the Blues. Biddens, another disposal. Can he find a target? No good. Bit too short. He didn't see Burns in the hole. I've got to go here now. The Saints. 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬 to Brad Hill. 𝐓𝐡𝐿. It's a nice kick. 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Now to 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬. Who can he find? Kick now. Does he find the option? Oh, it's bounced off his... He's been falconed. 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞𝐬. Really should have taken that. He had the perfect sit there against 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴. So Helgen's crook. That's why he's subbed out. Yep. Classic Falcon. Umpire's ball. Marshall hits it down. Spud, clearing kick. Oh, that might be deliberate. Yep, it is. Brad Hill's ball. So Hill now. Okay, they're going to switch things up here. Out now to Stocker. And now to Wilkie. And now they go to the pocket. Can they find a flyer? Wiedering again. Stands tall. Umpire's ball. 𝐷eConing gets the hit out now. Out to Cripps. Tackled instantly though. And ball goes over again. So Common medal, Ben King's leading. Higgins second with 23. Tracy 22. Steele gets it out. Marshall whacks it forward. Starting to build, Ron. He's having a good second half. Wiedering, oh, almost. That'll do. Rush it through. A good win there from Jacob Wiedering. Chera now to bring her back into play. Long down the line. Goes over a few plays. Oh, what a tackle there from O'Connell, the Irishman. No, sorry, that's Doug Howard making the tackle, Mackay. Looked like O'Connell. Good tackle. Have a go, well, Blaze. Welcome, mate. So 13 points, yet to see a goal, and we're lucky to see a goal for this final quarter, probably. Cripps, and Walsh, she's having a good game, Cripps. Ball goes out. Boundary thrown. 𝐴𝐥𝐿. It's a little hit out. It was a bit of a shallow throw on that. Yeah, Fred out of the Max Hill. Copped a nasty one. Short now to McRae. Not 15 to Hill, so we get it back here, McRae. Around the corner he goes. Owens flies. Hewitt extracts out to 𝐴𝐥𝐿. And that works nicely here to Spud. And they can go now, the Blues. Nice hands here from the Blues. And they can keep going. How about this? Now to Walsh. Good kick. Finds Mackay. And quickly to Elijah Hollands. Jeez. Turn of the head and bang. Blues already inside 50. And 2-5 have to go well, mate. It's a good time to join the stream, lads. We've got a game on here. So Elijah Hollands, can he convert here? Big goal if he can. He's going to put that wide though. So keeps the door ajar for the moment for the Saints. Back to 14. And Nas to bring it back into play here. Out now to Brad Hill. So they want to switch it now here, the Saints. To Howard. Short now to Burns. Well, McRae's going to be under the pump with that one, but holds it up nicely. 𝐴𝐿𝐿. Down the line. Works here for 𝐴𝐿𝐿. And he can get and go now. 𝐴𝐿𝐿 inside 50. Sharman off through his hands. Silvani. Oh, good pressure there, but the boundary's his friend. Umpire's ball. Oh, Saints supporters not happy. Yeah, lucky there, Silvani. Found the boundary. Well, they have it where they want it, the Saints. It's been back and forth, the territory, really. So can they lock it in? Garcia kicks smothered Collard. Garcia goes in again. Lewis Young. Not possible. Oh, roving from Sinclair. Wow. How about that? That is special. He rove that to perfection. That is some sort of a goal. Now, could that get it going for the Saints? That was huge. Wow, just... that was clean. Something out of nothing. You could just see him in the corner time his run. I mean, that was 𝐴𝐥𝐿 right to sink. I think that was 𝐴𝐥𝐿's hit out as well. Let's see again. No, I think it was Marshall's. How about that? Bang, here we go. That could really open the game now. Jack Sinclair goals. Game on. Expertly rode from Sinclair, as we did say, he's on the ball. His final term. Back in the middle we go. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 hits it down. Now 𝐼𝐿𝐿 Miller's turn to do something, but instantly tackled. Ball up here again. Marshall hits it down. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝. 𝐴𝐵𝐴𝐿. So margin, after Sinclair's lovely roving goal from the hit out, it's 8 points still in favour of the Blues. Marshall out of the ruck, really building. Oh, 𝐼𝐶, what a mark. Jeez, he's been good. Big, big win. Now out wide here. Now to Ollie Hollands. Hollands now down the line. 𝐬𝐿𝐼 hugs the boundary inside 50. Durden presents a lovely mark, and that's just a superb kick too from 𝐬𝐿𝐼. As I said, he hasn't really hit the scoreboard much, but he's doing some nice things around the ground. Some pressure acts, some nice little disposals here and there. Good roving too. Just, knew that one was going to spill out the side. And, I mean, basically working in a phone box as well. That's a superb kick with the pressure he's under. Hemmed in within the line. He couldn't really... had very little room for error there. Now, can Durden kick the goal here? Ooh, the Blues starting to miss their opportunities a wee bit. Another minor score. Yet to kick a major in this final term. 𝐼𝐶𝐬 to bring it back into play. 𝐼𝐶𝐬, spilt the beans, but he gets the hands out. And the Blues can reload here. 𝐵𝐻𝐺 out wide now to 𝐼𝐶. Again, just a lovely kick. Loving 𝐼𝐶. Is he becoming a 𝐼𝐶𝐬 favourite? And that works nicely here to Sam Walsh. So they slowly, by increments, work their way here, the Blues. Geez, that's a very wide kick there from Walsh, and it's out the full. I've got to go to the Tigers, Egg, mate. Just the G, so just gives them that advantage. It's against two sides in the bottom three, so just expect anything, to be honest. I don't think the Tigers have been too crush hot these last few weeks. Oh, poor there from Wilkie. Bit of a miscommunication. Mackay's going to intercept mark again. Now back to Wiedering. Wiedering now out wide here. To Haynes. And now to 𝐵𝐻𝐺. 𝐵𝐻𝐺 now back out wide. Back to Wiedering. And here they come. They now find some space. Blake Aikens needs to hit this target. He's going to go deep instead. They've got the numbers here. The Saints all roll Marshall. That's a great mark in the hole. Really building into this game, Rowan. And now he can fan it out wide here to Burns. Corridor kicks a smart one. He'll find on the lead 𝐓𝐿 𝐴𝐥𝐝. The second game. I've been fairly quiet tonight, but been getting stuck in. Showing some effort. Now Steele. Oh, geez, he's got a bit of agility, the skipper. And now goes by Shoe. Works it. Nice kick on the run to Sharman. Now the Saints in their forward half. Will they want to find another short option, or do they go deep? They look well set up, the Blues. So Sharman's indecisive, and then you go, makes a muck of it. But it actually works here for Collard. He'll keep it in. Oh, dearie me. Oh, for a second I thought he kicked out in the full because of the Bronx cheers, but no, it's a ball in instead. Took it over. Yeah, there you go. Webster's under the pump a little bit. I think a jarred finger. Mackay gets front position, grabs out of the ruck. Didn't really look like a disposal, but didn't have prime, made an attempt. And again, another stoppage. Stoppages galore here. How many minutes left? Still plenty of time to go. Or not even halfway through this fourth. 10:51 to be exact. Cripps hit out. Ooh, but he's giving away the high. Freddie Mitch Owens, so this will gain the Saints some territory. Just going to set it up. Owens, high ball up inside 50. Outnumbered here, though, the Saints, but Sharman at ground level. Boxall, bit of a kick into congestion. He's got to watch out here, White. Ooh, has he dragged that in? Holding the ball. Wow. Will White can't believe it. 𝐓𝐿𝐴, he looks like he dragged it in. It's going to be 𝐓𝐿𝐴's ball. Okay. Big call there. That could be a turning point. Let's see again. Will White. Yeah, so he tried to engage that 𝐓𝐴 contact. It didn't come as hard as he thought it would. So then he didn't really make an attempt. So now 𝐓𝐿𝐴 has gold. Game on. It's now under a kick with 9:50 to play. Where are we? It's been a low-scoring affair, back and forth. Teams have had their territory, but no one can really capitalise. Few behinds from the Blues. The last two shots of goals kept the door open, and now the Saints, they're within a kick. Yeah, he tried to draw the high contact there, Will White. Let's see again. He didn't, yeah, 𝐓𝐴 didn't get him high, so he thought, yeah, bit of a stitch up. Okay, well, game on, ladies and gentlemen. So you'd expect some players making some key changes. Let's look at the bench. Sinclair on the pine, Garcia, Marshall still getting a bit of a rest. Walsh, Silvani and White on the bench. Oh yeah, White's on the pine now. He's probably getting a spray. Okay, a block free. Rightio. Well, he'll gladly take that, Mitch Owens. Oh, geez, look at his face. He can't believe it. So Owens now goes inside 50. Young in a good spot. 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Now here to 𝐸𝐿𝐴. That's a nice find. And can now the Blues go quickly? Mackay. He's got to be smart here, Durden. Does he go to the square? Does he make a lead? He's got the handball receive. He's got Ollie Hollands in miles of space. And now he finally sees him, but instead he drops it short to 𝐸𝐿𝐴. Ooh, he looked like he was going to play on there. Has he got the legs here? Young 𝐸𝐿𝐴. 𝐸𝐿𝐴's kick. It looks lovely. Oh, what a goal from 𝐸𝐿𝐴. Sensational. Geez, I tell you what, as I said earlier in the stream, he's been unlucky. Constantly being the sub. He's a good young player. And he kicks a much needed goal there. It's back out to 9. Big goal from the sub. And there you go. The Blues in a game where either side's not really been able to get free. They just got it and go. They just went and they just got it and went. It's trying to squeeze out that saying. But yeah, their spread was good there. Mackay just held it up. He had Hollands in miles of space, but dropped it short. To 𝐸𝐿𝐴, who kicks a lovely goal. He opened up the arc as well to get space on that kick too. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 9 points in favour of the Blues. Much needed goal. Back in the centre we go. Okay, 666 warning here against the Saints. Back in the middle we go. 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Oh, did well there, George 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Again, he just looks so good in the scramble, George 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Now Cripps, probably a bit of an overuse there. Umpire's ball. $8:20 to play. Still a bit of time here. But goals are coming at a premium, so it's a big one for the Blues to get. So what will we see? Is that a high? No, not a high there. Umpire's ball. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 not happy. Yeah, 8-10, Brandon. Cleared now from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Oh, Sharman flies. Bit of a specky there. And now we can quickly go. He's actually told to go. Sharman now, kicks her onto a smother. Terrible. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴, a lovely pickup. Goes back now here to Burns. Twisting, turning back to McRae. Back to Nass. He's under the pump here. Holding the ball. Great pressure from the... Yep. Okay, it's holding the ball. There you go. Adam Saad. Unlucky there from Nass. Just insanely under the pump there. Saad now. Oh, good mark from young O'Connell. Just the 4 touches for him. Okay, so now they can switch it out wide here. Wilson to Wilkie. So they need to find that exit kick here, the Saints. Corridor could be on, but they still want to go wide here. They're just slowing up the play. Back to O'Connell. Now we'll go along down the line. They have some numbers here, but arriving late is Haynes. Couldn't get a ball there. Saad carries it over. 𝐓𝐻𝐿𝐴 did well to extract it out. He's having a good game, 𝐓𝐻𝐿𝐴. Good tap there from O'Connell. Now Darcy Wilson goes in the corridor. Finds now still. Oh dear, he slipped over. Has to go back now to McRae. Hacks it inboard. Works nicely here to Rowan Marshall. On the build now, the Saints. Corridor kick. Risky. Sards there. Sinclair. Roving. Gives the quick hands. Mitch Owens to Max Hall. Ooh. Across the face. They work the hands nicely there, the Saints, but unable to convert. 8 points with 6:05 to play. So 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 to bring it back into play here. Oh, geez, this could turn into a real nail-biting finish if the Saints do kick the next. But the Blues still have that handy gap, but very narrow though. Too close to comfort, as Brandon does say. And a free hit of the Blues. Ooh, it's given away from Dougal Howard. Can't believe it, he thinks. Marshall. Oh, big mark there from Rowan. He's really having a big second half. Now wide here for Jack McRae. So 5.5 minutes to play here. No, sorry, that's Ryan Burns. Back in board now to Webster. No, not that game, Dale. We'll be streaming the Swans and Dons, though. Now to Steele. Having a good game today, this evening, Jack Steele. Steele now, there it is. Corridor kick. He's found Max Horn a bit of space. Who's he got? Oh, they're just going to hold it up. Stocker now. Crowd's telling him to go. Inside 50. Spores come from the Carlton's defence. Off hands. Walsh. Cleanly done. 𝐓𝐿𝐴 whacks it out of there. Motlop. Couldn't get a hand in. Oh, he overcommits for that one. Stocker now. Motlop has a bit of speed. Gives it now to Will White. In some space here. Jams it on the shoe. Kicks no good. Webster mops it up nicely. And they can reload here now. The Saints. Deep kick. Been back and forth this game. Jack Steele now. Nothing to go to. Just has to wait for numbers to get across here. Steele now down the line. Mackay back with the flight. Elijah Hollins. Got to watch out. He got the hand pass away. No, it's holding the ball. It looked like he got the hands away. Great tackle from Mitch Owens. Gives it now to McRae. What can he find? Inside 50, pins the ears, but just can't hit. Caminiti on the full. 3:58 to play here. The Saints do have it where they want it. Oh, dearie me. Cherry's put that one out in the full. So Steele now. Another entry here. Can they find a fly? Oh, almost Walsh couldn't take it. What a pickup from Owens. Was that just holding the ball? Don't think it was. 𝐼𝐚𝐭𝐞 now. He wants to get on the score sheet, but instantly tackled. Ooh. No, don't bear test now, mate. Sard clears. Risky kick. No one can mark it. Mackay. Oh, Howard. Geez, he lost his balance there. Now Motlop. He's had some big moments and a lovely composed kick. He finds Hollins. They can hold it up now here, the Blues. And clever. Now they'll rack up the uncontested possessions here and gain some territory. So still holding up here, the Blues. Geez, they're not closing down these marks. Okay, have it where they want it, the Blues. 2:30. It could be the game, to be honest. 2:33. If we see 2 goals, they need to go, the Saints. It's been a bit of an ugly game to watch, but geez, it's been contested. All 4 quarters long. DeConing gets the big smack forward. Durden can't get the clean gather on Nas. Oh, it spills out here to Corey Durden. Can he kick the winner? No, he can't. He can't. And this probably gives the Saints here a chance to reload with the minor score. It's still under 2. And now Webster has to go down the spine. He's got a hold here. What a spoil from Sard. He's had some big moments this game. Gets in the way there. Will White. Akers, a clever tap. He wants to find the boundary. The boundary is his friend, and he backtracks now here to Hollins. Good hand pass over the top. He's got some time and space here. Will White dubs a short kick to Mackay, and that will waste 30 seconds. Geez, that's a big play from the Blues. It's where they've been great tonight. They've been good off these turnovers. And 2 minutes to go, I think this will be the game. Mackay. Oh, geez, all that Saints supporter. He's not happy giving it to the big H. There he be. Look like the Blues are going to hold on here. Can he kick it? Oh, he sure can, Aaron Mackay. What an afternoon or what an evening he's had. And the Blues are home. And what has been a fairly interesting game of sport. Heavily contested, back and forth, the Blues. Geez, they've been solid in the trenches tonight. Full credit to them, and they'll get up for this Spuds match for 2025. 3 goals, though, for the big H, and they just had to go there, the Saints. But, oh, geez, as I say, the defensive intent, as I said earlier, from the Blues have been excellent. Those spoils, those 1%ers. How about that from Sard? I think he's been huge tonight. No worries, Brandon, mate. No, you're welcome. No, I'm joking. I won't take credit for it, mate. You placed the bet. Big Harry Mackay, what a goal. And the Blues fans are up and about the Saints. Well, you know, this is a game that really could have gone either way, but I think overall, the Blues contested stuff and just how they've held up defensively tonight, it's been outstanding. And there's going to be possibly some more damage inflicted as Cripps gets another inside 50. He's been huge. Now out wide here to Harry Mackay. Oh, that's clever. Oh, he actually might be pinned here for deliberate. No. Geez, that's that supporter again. He's not happy. Yeah, no worries. Glad you enjoyed, Brandon, mate. No, I highly recommend to get around AFL football, mate. It's a really enjoyable sport for those foreigners. So, yeah, no, it's good fun, mate. Ball spills out. McRae. Marshall versus 𝐴𝐿 𝐻𝐿𝐿 battle's been great. I think Marshall probably got the better of him a little bit. Like, he did some great contested stuff. And there's Hollands. The Hollands brothers, I think both have been really good tonight. 46 seconds to go. It's been a gritty win from the Carlton Football Club. They're now starting to get the ball rolling. This will be 4 wins out of the last 5. Pushing up the ladder now. They've got the Swans next week at their CG. That's a big game. We'll see how my Swannies go tomorrow to get a real good scope of a preview. But they've done the job, the Blues. 25 seconds to go. They're just chipping around the back half now. Long down the line. McKay couldn't take the mark. Okay, advantage here. Sinclair just has to go. Marshall, another pump. Wilson just has to go. It's been a good game has it been a good game to watch? I still think it has. There it is. Blues by 15. 11 goals, 11, 77. 9 goals, 8, 62. What a win from the Carlton Football Club. Head, heart and gut type of win, eh? Defensively, awesome tonight. Haynes, 𝐓𝐻𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐻. Love Silvani's game. The 1%er Sard bounced off halfback really nicely tonight, I thought, as well. Yeah, De Koning really impactful, but I thought it was an awesome game from Cripps. 15 contested, 26 touches. Yeah, he was great around the ground, and in open play too. I thought his tackling efforts, he had 10 tackles, so his pressure he was able to apply was really good. Sammy Walsh too. Yeah, no, had a quiet first half, but really got going. It was, yeah, I think they put a bit of attention into him, the Saints. But yeah, Haynes awesome, Silvani. Jeez, I thought, could he be one of the best on ground? Probably goes to someone like a Cripps and Mackay, but I thought sneakily he had an excellent game. Elijah Hollands, things he did off the turnover, really liked. Ollie Hollands as well, bit of halfback, wasn't too bad. Yeah, so I don't think the 20 touches, but I just thought he was just really impactful and not crazy numbers. Yeah, no worries. Hiccups. No, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Cal, mate. But yeah, no, really good quality win from the Blues. Look at the team stats before we end things up. Saints had the opportunities, 46 inside 50s. A bit like Fremantle last night, to be honest. A lot of poor entries and not really into the advantage of forwards. And yeah, Blues got back to their strengths of the clearance game. I thought they were great in the centre bounces. 𝐓𝐿𝐻𝐿 was really good in a few of those centre bounces as well as his numbers. Yeah, I mean, 26 touches, he's been outstanding this year. And then 32 to 23 stoppage clearances in favour of the Blues. Yeah, game mostly on their terms, and then I felt they were able to bounce off halfback a bit better than the Saints, and they got, I think, some opportunities inside 50s off that as well. But yeah, really excellent performance from the Blues. I think across all facets of the game looked pretty schmick. 3-1 votes. I'm going to go 3 votes. I'll go Silvani. I love this game. I just thought he's huge. Really, really important with his intercepts. 2 votes I go to Cripps. And I think 1 for Mackay, just because, he was the X factor that game. Kicked some much needed goals. But yeah, good game of footy. Saints unlucky. I think they'll get back on the horse. I got the Eagles over in Perth next week, so that should be a soft kill, you'd think. But who knows? They do struggle sometimes with those. There's been some close encounters between them and the Eagles over in Perth, so we'll see how that goes. And then as for the Blues, I got the Swans, 𝐸𝐴𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐻 next week. That should be a great game Friday night. But for this weekend, lads, Swannies, Dons tomorrow afternoon. Be there at 4:15 p.m. Should be a beauty, because these games are always close. Trust me. There's always something with this game. So I'm expecting absolutely anything, but it's a big game for both sides tomorrow. And it was tonight with the Saints going down, but the Blues, have a quick look at where they're situated on the ladder. They are into 9th. So there you go. They're back in the hunt. It's just such a log jam. You got Giants, Carlton, Fremantle, St Kilda, Essendon and Port, all on 16 points. And then if Sydney win tomorrow, they'll join that party too. So, yeah, massive log jam. But that's it from me, lads. Hopefully you did enjoy. Not a bad game of footy tonight. It was scrappy, but really heavily contested in the Blues. Too good. Thought, as I say, defense wins championships in an NFL, and they got the job done by 15. Thanks for tuning in, lads. And yeah, of course, showdown tomorrow. That should be a good game as well. But always appreciate the support, guys. We got there in the end. My hiccups are gone. My throat's a bit clearer now. Gee, dearie me. Thanks for tuning in, lads. Take care. Have a good night.